the Milwaukee Art Museum. The beautiful day in Milwaukee as we get set for Game 4. Our starting lineups hasn't been much of an artistic Game 3. Very physical and emotional. Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles at the guards, Richard Jefferson, Jason Collins, and Kenyon Martin up front for head coach Byron Scott. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Payton and Cassell both played well in Game 3. With Desmond Mason, Joel Przybilla starting at center once again, and Tim Thomas remains in the starting lineup for head coach George Karl. Of course, those are the starters. Bench players can be huge. One of those bench players right now with Dean Lynam.
Thanks very much, Mike. Michael, I know things haven't gone as well in the postseason as they did in the regular season. You had a heart-to-heart with George Karl. What did you take away from that conversation?
Oh, just a learning process and just learning to get creative. New Jersey's done a good job as far as denying me, but I got to find a way, and we're going to figure out a way today.
I know you're a prolific three-point shooter, but you can be effective scoring in other ways. Is that part of your game plan?
Definitely. Try to make more cuts, offensive rebounds, and just be a complete player, not just worry about scoring. So I'm excited about today, and hopefully we'll get the win.
Michael, good luck.
Thank you.
Mike?
All right, Dee. Now, this is his third year in the league, Michael Red, but it is his first playoff series. 2 years ago, wasn't on the playoff roster. Last year, they didn't make it. You look back at your first playoff series, the nerves have to be tremendous.
I think the nerves are tremendous, but I think he said the right thing. I think he's tried to wait for the game to come to him. He's got to be more aggressive, make the cuts, try to get some easy baskets on the runouts, and when those things happen, then you can start shooting the threes. But New Jersey's done a good job of denying him the ball and not letting him get off.
Meanwhile, the Bucks starters need to get off a little bit better. George Karl told us a couple hours ago, I'd like to see the Nets play from behind for a change, because 2 of the 3 games they've had huge leads to start.
Yeah, they had a bad first half last game, and Sam Cassell came out and had 17 points in the third quarter to get him right in the ball game. But you're right, it would be nice for the Bucks to come out here and play well in the first quarter and see how New Jersey reacts from playing from behind.
Bucks did have a tremendous second half. George Karl hoping they can build off that second half. Their best half of the series thus far. Przybilla and Collins will jump at center. Dick Bavetta, one of the premier officials in the history of the league, will throw it up. Good, experienced officiating crew. Refereeing has been a big topic, not only in this series, but in the playoffs, as it always is. But an experienced crew here this afternoon. Cassell at the big second half. Can't connect. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Collins. And a new 20 Bucks.
See Cassell coming right down, getting the pick and roll, trying to be aggressive to get himself going a little bit. And that's going to fare well for the Bucks. He had a good look at it there.
Cassell leading all playoff players in point percentage with 7 of 9. Before that miss, Payton way off the mark. But Przybilla with the offensive rebound, and Cassell in and out. Wins a little. The Bucks, who've been out rebounded in all 3 games, but getting better, doing a good job early.
Last game cut down the rebounding mark. They didn't give up as much offensive rebounds, and because of that, they weren't getting run on by New Jersey. They didn't have too many fast break points.
Yeah, nice to see for Przybilla. George Karl with a kind of a 3-headed center that he has. Przybilla aggressive early. Payton. They just can't get one to go down.
Those all have been really good shots. They just, like you said, they can't get down. But those are good shots for the Bucks.
0 for 4 to start. Meanwhile, Sam Cassell's got a big smile on his face as they come down the floor. Even though they've been excruciating games, Cassell seems to have a great time as Jefferson against Mason. And he draws the foul. George Karl off the bench immediately. Dick Bavetta tells him to sit down. Mason picks up his first.
When we talked to Byron Scott earlier, he was interested in getting both Jefferson and Kittles interested in the game, get them started, and they went the first play right to Jefferson in the block. He did a good job of causing contact and getting fouled.
The live TNT NBA Spanish language feed is now available via SAP. Byron Scott telling Jefferson, who has not been his usual self offensively, hey, if it's not going offensively, do things down the other end to get yourself into the game, make things happen. Jefferson can be a very good defender, and he gets the first 2 free throws. They expect a sellout here. Only sold out 5 games during the regular season, but the crowd was very loud in Game 3. Although certainly a Buck loss as Thomas can't connect, and a loose ball foul call against Przybilla.
That was a good call by Steve Javie. Przybilla early here trying to be aggressive, get on the offensive boards, but at that time he just used his hands and pushed off from the back of Collins to get the rebound. Good call by Steve Javie.
Bucks are shooting 48% from the field in this series. A good number considering how good defensively New Jersey is. They're 0 for 5 to start. Isolate Jefferson and Mason. And a foul. Mason picks up his second. And Jefferson with a chance for a three-point play.
This has been a good matchup all series. Two very athletic guys, strong guys here. Jefferson just overpowered him, uses his jumping ability to get over. Mason hits him on the wrist. He's able to complete the play. But this is two very athletic guys who go after each other, and it's been fun watching these guys. They kind of cancel each other out the whole series.
Meanwhile, Mason will sit with the 2 fouls. Michael Redd comes in. Wasn't a lot of contact, but certainly hit him on the shooting arm. And again, from what happened in Game 3, a game that had 6 technical fouls, was a very physical, very rugged game. This experienced crew, no doubt, is going to call things tight early.
Yeah, they don't want to get things out of hand, so you may see a couple touch fouls early. But you're right, these are 3 of the better officials.
A 5-point lead for New Jersey. As the Bucks still looking for their first point. Their first field goal, 0 for 5 thus far. Cassell, Martin picks him up. Oh, Cassell so good on that quick pull-up.
He's just money for 15. He's probably the best shooter from the mid-range in the league.
Cassell averaging over 20 a game in this series. Had that spectacular third quarter. Alley-oop and Jefferson, and another foul. Michael Redd picks it up. And Richard Jefferson, who, as you said, they're going to try and get him going early. That has certainly been the case.
You see there Michael Redd trying to help off the screen. Kittle's coming off screen. He showed a little bit too much. Jason Kidd, being the great point guard he is, recognized it. Jefferson went to the rim, threw it up there with a great finish.
And Jefferson hits the free throw. Jefferson in this series averaging just 10 a game, which is down about 5 during the regular season. He already has 8 points, and we played just over 2 minutes.
So much for Milwaukee trying to get that early lead and not play from behind.
It's been the problem for him in the series, certainly in games 1 and 3. Payton. Kidd defended it well. Mark with the quick outlet. Nets have the numbers of 3-on-2. Jefferson, a blocking foul. And counted again. Richard Jefferson off to a superb start, although credit Kidd for throwing that fast break pass. And the Nets dominating early.
Jefferson running hard. Cassell not quite. He's still moving. Good call by the ref. Jefferson just having a killer first quarter here. But the thing about New Jersey's defense, they just do such a good job on the defensive end and not letting the Bucks get all the way to the basket. They may get by, but they always contest the 14, 15-footer. And there they got the rebound and were able to get it to Jason to push it for the fast break.
So the score of the Richard Jefferson 11, Milwaukee Bucks 2. And Jefferson getting guys in foul trouble as well. Michael Redd, good aggressive move from Redd, and he draws the foul. This time it's Jefferson. Sarcastic from the Bucks fans. And Redd will shoot 2 free throws.
That's what George Karl's talking about, just not relying on your three-point shooting. He can score in so many other ways. And there he took the ball aggressive, got himself to the free throw line. Hopefully he can knock these 2 down to get his confidence up.
Redd admitted after game 1 that he was really nervous and tend to rush things a little bit. That's one of the problems sometimes tends to shoot quickly. But also, if you talk to the Bucks, they feel that the Nets have made it a priority to make sure they get out on him and not let him become a force, because he can be a very streaky shooter.
Yeah, he averaged almost 5 3-point shots a game this year, and he's only put up 8 in this series. So you know the Bucks have not, the Nets have not left him and don't want him to get going. They're still going to Jefferson down on the post, and he's just doing a great job of jumping over everybody and trying to make a shot.
Redd contested that shot well. Michael Redd. Thomas on the offensive rebound. Well, Bucks have done a good job on the boards, but they're still down by 7. They've also done a good job in transition defense. They've actually had more fast break points than the Nets in the last 2 games. Kidd wide open for 3.
Good recognition by Jefferson there. He got the ball in the post. He was doubled. He kicked it out to Kittle, who swung it to Martin, who hit a Jason Kidd, who was wide open in the corner for a 3-pointer.
Kidd has shot very well, almost 50% from 3-point range so far in this series. Shot clock down to 7. Redd wants to take Jefferson, and a blocking foul call on Jefferson. We are seeing this game called very closely in the early minutes. 2 on Jefferson now, and he'll most likely have to sit. He asked Byron Scott to let him stay out there, but of course the coach not going to pay any attention.
Well, I don't think Richard's too smart, because when he walked by us in the locker room, he said that he was a better shooter than Byron and me.
He's a confident young man.
Yeah.
He'll sit. Now, he was upset after game 3 with Byron Scott, because Scott took him out the tail end of the game. It turned out to be a pretty smart move because Rodney Rogers is the guy that replaced him.
Great move. Rodney Rogers, a veteran, knows how to play in clutch situations, so that move, turned out to be great.
Blocking foul on Jason Kidd. Count it, and 1. Tim Thomas with an aggressive move. Kidd appeared to get in too late. Both teams playing aggressive defense.
Thomas gets to the middle. Kidd never established any position, and Thomas did a great job of just to be able to get that ball up to the basket, and make the shot. So good concentration there with the left hand.
Thomas, the leading scorer for the Bucks in this series, almost 22 a game, but he struggled at the line. He got there 18 times, but he's missed 8 of them at that time. Free throws have been a big story in this series because the Bucks were one of the better free throw shooting teams in the league during the regular season. They were 7th in the NBA, but they're dead last in the playoffs, although they shot well in game 3 and a foul away from the ball. It goes against Brisbilla, his second, a little over aggressive on his post defense. Obviously he disagrees.
Blaine is intense out there.
Blaine Reichelt, one of the veteran officials, is in his 21st year in the NBA. We've got 64 years combined experience between Reichelt, Dick Pavetta, and Steve Javi. There's Reichelt. He was a pretty good player at Wisconsin Stevens Point in his day. I think Terry Porter also went there. Is probably a little bit better.
Did you ever match up against him?
No, I did not. I was in broadcasting school.
I heard you were a pretty good player.
You heard it correctly.
Back in the set shot days.
Martin hits the first. Kenyon Martin, how about him from the free throw line? He's 84% from the line in the series. It's an area where he struggled during the regular season.
Well, he's done everything great in this series. I am so impressed with this young kid. He's so athletic, he's strong, and mentally he's been really good. He hasn't got caught up in any of the physicality. He just went in there and played his own game.
Thomas, tough shot. Martin contested. And another foul on Brisbilla. Boy, they're not letting anything go. Brisbilla now has 3 fouls. Desmond Mason has 2. Richard Jefferson of New Jersey has 2. Yeah, he grabbed him by the arm.
Yeah, grabbed him by the arm. And like you said, the game was so physical. The third game was so physical. I think the refs came in here with a priority not to let this thing get out of hand, and those fouls are going to call just so guys don't get a chip on the shoulder. And Brisbilla is not happy sitting over on the bench with his 3rd foul.
So Anthony Mason comes in. Officials, like coaches and players, they have pregame meetings, and they talk about what happened in the previous game in the series, and they discuss the problems that had in the previous game. So they're well aware of everything that went on in game 3 as they take the floor for game 4.
Well, Mason will make sure everything stays real peaceful in there, so we're okay now.
Payton knocks it down. Gary Payton, after missing his first 3 shots, pulls the Bucks back within 9. There were 6 technical fouls in game 3, 4 of them by Milwaukee. Martin forces it up. Defended well by Mason, and Thomas the rebound.
Good job by Mason to just keep his hands straight up and not reach in and get a foul. Made Martin take a tough shot.
Collins with a good help defense. And knocks it out of bounds on the block shot. Still Bucks ball. 16 remaining on the shot clock.
Payton goes in there. Kidd does a good job of making him change his shot, and Collins comes over there and swats it away.
Payton took a little shot in the head afterwards. Michael Redd coming in early because Desmond Mason picked up the 2 fouls. Lucius Harris on in. That's a tough shot. Perhaps not a good one you want to take.
No, but the Nets are doing a great job defensively, contesting every shot. And here's their break. They come down. Kittle gives a pretty good look at it. That's the kind of shot that New Jersey loves to take.
Payton, and poor transition defense by the Nets. And Payton takes full advantage. He's got 4. Tempo may be a little quicker than what Milwaukee wants. Although they're a team that likes to push it when they have the opportunities.
They like to push it, but they usually push it to get jump shots or to run into their offense. So it's kind of a fine line. They don't want to get an up-tempo thing where they run with New Jersey, but they're going to take their breaks when they get them.
Offensive foul. Jason Collins trying to get position against Tim Thomas. Pushes off, and a technical foul has been called on Gary Payton. There's no question the officials have come in and decided they're not going to let anything go away in terms of fouls, and they're certainly not going to let guys chirp away at them all day. And as a player, you now have to adjust to that.
Well, the players got to understand that, and they just got to say something to the ref and walk away. They can't continue to be in their ear. Dick Pavetta, Steve Javi, and Blaine, they're not going to take anything from any players out there. Like you said, they have too many years, and they're going to run this game the way they want to run it.
Vic Pavetta, one of the strengths of his as an official is his relationship and rapport with players, but they're setting a tone right now as the Nets are now 10 for 10 from the free throw line, and they lead by 8. 10 free throws, and we're not even midway through the first quarter. Thomas does not get the bounce, and Kenyon Martin with another rebound. Martin, one of the leading rebounders in the playoffs. Kittles can't save it, and the Bucks will get it back.
Good recognition by the Bucks down there. They ran a pick and roll, and they got the switch with Kittles on Tim Thomas, and they went right to him in the post and just missed an easy jumper.
Game 3, as we mentioned, was very rugged. Players just seemed agitated all day. Before starting a little bit like that. Kittles is a very good defender, harassing Cassell, excuse me, as Mason comes up short. Collins the rebound.
Coming down to where the Bucks are going to have to start making some shots. They're getting pretty good looks at the basket. They're just not able to knock anything down yet.
They're shooting 23% from the field, 4 of 17. Nets, meanwhile, haven't taken a lot of shots because they're getting fouled all the time. Jason Collins. Thomas defending him well. George Carl going with a small lineup. Michael Redd. Oh, tough shot. The tip won't go. Redd now 0 for 4. He's been struggling trying to find the basket in this series. And a foul call on Tim Thomas and a technical foul on Thomas from bumping into Reichelt. But I think that was an inadvertent bump. I just think his momentum accidentally bumped into it.
Yeah, but like I said, playing's pretty intense right there, and Thomas did kind of bump into him. I think it was inadvertently too. We'll see it here in a second. But Thomas did a good job of coming over and rotating and cutting off Martin. Slapped down on the ball. Probably got all ball. Tough call.
You can't make any contact with the official. It did seem to be inadvertent, but the players realize, or they have to realize, with the way the officials are going, they need to shut their mouths and just play.
Let's put woman and man together to find out which one is smarter. Some say men, but I say no. The women play their men like a puppet show.
Cold filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. MGD.
To my oldest son, I leave the chateau on the French Riviera. To my only daughter, the Manhattan penthouse. To my youngest son, I bequeath 150 acres of uninhabitable swampland.
Terrible.
Yes!
With its amazing four-wheel drive capabilities, Jeep Grand Cherokee can make even the most unappealing terrain a lot more desirable.
Thanks for making me a fighter. Oh my goodness! Makes me that much stronger.
Long jump shot is good!
Makes me the
Jack slam dunk!
Thanks for making me.
Oh yeah! Go! Deep three is in. Oh, rejected and fouled. What a game!
Log on to SI.com for the latest NBA news, scores, and more from Sports Illustrated.
The NBA playoffs on TNT, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. More than 2,700 non-stop daily flights to 59 destinations all across the country. Jeep, the most respected, honored, and heroic 4x4s out there. Verizon Wireless. Sign up for America's Choice Family Share Plan. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you. And Miller Lite. Life is best told at a place called Miller Time.
5 minutes left first quarter. And the Nets leading the Bucks 19-11. Gary Payton has already picked up a technical, as is Tim Thomas. And it's something that happened in Game 3, where a host of technicals were given out, 6 in all, 4 of them against the Bucks. Mason and Rogers got double technicals. Collins getting one. Cassell had one. Gary Payton had one. And Tony Kukoc, for that reaction, got one as well. 7 technical fouls for the Bucks in this series, and there's just no way. Again, I know there's emotion, but you've got to stop that. You've got to walk away. This series has been too close. You've had 2 games that have ended on a final possession, and technical foul might be the difference between you advancing and you going home.
You're right, but you know what? That's what makes playoff basketball so great. It's the intensity, the way the guys want to win, how hard they play, how they know every possession counts, and emotions flow over sometimes. I think sometimes the refs just have to walk away, and they have to do a better job. But you're right, the players just have to understand that a technical foul can turn a game.
And the free throws continue for the New Jersey Nets. Now 12 for 12 from the line. And there's still 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. You expected it to be physical again, but the officials trying to make sure that nothing gets out of hand early. You've got some players who can be volatile, like a Gary Payton and Anthony Mason, Kenyon Martin, although Martin this year is a much different player like that. Cassell gets past Harris. Thomas way short on the 3, and the shooting woes continue. Bucks now 4 for 20. Intended pass from Martin. Rogers able to save it, and Kenyon Martin wasn't pretty, but he gets 2 points for it anyway.
Yeah, just an unlucky break there for the Bucks. A bad pass by Jason Kidd that happens to hit the corner of the backboard. Pops out to Rogers, who finds a wide open Martin underneath the basket.
The Bucks again with another double-digit deficit. They trail by as many as 19 in the first half in Game 3. I don't know if that was a pass or a block shot. Either way, Thomas able to get the field goal. Nets by 11, just under 4 to play here in the first. New Jersey trying to take a 3-1 lead and perhaps clinch this series back in Jersey. But home court hasn't meant a heck of a lot so far in this series. Nice play from Michael Redd to poke it away.
Redd did a good job there fronting the bigger guy and not letting Rodney Rogers push him off a little bit, and got the deflection.
Redd's getting some pretty good shots. Saves at that time right to Collins, but Redd just can't put it in the hole. He's 0 for 5. Kid has it knocked away. Rodney Rogers against Cassell, offensive foul. He didn't need to lower the shoulder.
No, he didn't. He had the smaller man out. All he had to do was take a nice little turnaround jumper over his left shoulder and put it off the glass. And instead, he leaned that left shoulder and tried to get close to the basket. Cassell does a good job of taking the foul.
It's about 100 pounds difference between the two of them. Tony Kukoc has come in. Cassell maybe a little sore in the rib area after that, but a good defensive play. Payton trying to get the mismatch. Nice floater from Gary Payton. And Payton now with 6 points. Payton, though, talked a lot about what he has to do defensively. He didn't want Jason Kidd to get off and get a lot of scoring early. Kidd was only taking 1 shot, so Payton's done a good job from that department.
And when we talked to George Karl, he said a lot of the shots that Jason got open ones on were when they played the zone. And we haven't seen Milwaukee go into a zone yet, and probably because of that reason.
Thomas draws the foul. Kenyon Martin reached in. Thomas doing a good job as the trailer. And we'll have timeout. Thomas a little shaken up after that play. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Just over 2.5 left in the first. Nets by 9.
More drama, more attitude, more lethal than ever.
I give my right arm for a siren right now.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon 4. Friday night at 8, part of the Diet Coke Movie Fest on TNT.
They out there with the fun out there. We gonna hit out there with nothing to fear. Tear up the spot, get hot to make it rock. Always start here with the clear. Number 1, you gotta get with your real ones. 2, what you do is pop a couple of clear ones. Number 3, call up a breezy. 4, on the floor, maintain the high score. 5, feeling alive, we jump into the ride, which brings us to 6 at the venue in the mix. They out there with the fun out there, make it last out there. Always start with the clear.
Michael Lucky Linkletter won the World Championship of Poker, but he had one little problem.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm a compulsive gambler.
Now he's trying to come clean.
I don't gamble no more.
But he picked the wrong place.
So I understand you need some money.
To try to do the right thing.
Shut up! Let it guess.
John Corbett stars in a new original series. Lucky, Tuesdays at 10, only on FX.
The new season is here. Choose your weapons with MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. American or National League. High heat or frozen rope. Gold glove or... With up to 35 out-of-market games a week throughout the regular season, you choose the matchups, the players, the games you want to watch. From A-Rod to Zito, we've got Major League Baseball covered. MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Order now and get the regular season for only $159. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS.
Just under 3 minutes remaining. First quarter of Game 4. Nets leading the Bucks by 9. That's the first of a doubleheader on TNT. Coming up later, Game 3 of the Sixers and Hornets from New Orleans. Hornets not only down 0-2, but without Jamal Mashburn with that dislocated finger. But Baron Davis will play despite the knee problem. Well, you just got to feel so bad for Mashburn. Last year, couldn't play in the playoffs. And this year is going to miss some games in such an important game. As Thomas will go to the free throw line. During the timeout, as he came up hobbling, they just checked it, but it seemed like he just banged some knees.
Yeah, it could be painful bump knees, and they put a little cold spray on there to numb it, so he'll get out there and run up.
A lot of free throws. 13 free throws attempted and made by the Nets. The record, they're on pace for a record of the team you were on. Most free throws in the game.
The Cleveland Cavaliers?
Was the Phoenix Suns. So they're on pace for that.
What year was that?
That was 93. Rodgers. Tough for you to remember way back then, huh?
It's a long time ago.
Michael Red's been aggressive. He's just not been able to put it in so far. Thomas. Nice play from Jason Collins and a jump ball. We saw the Nets play this kind of defense in the game. Didn't continue in the second half, but they're playing some strong defense again.
You know, they do a good job. Even though he got beat there, he never gave up. He continued to slide his feet. He got his hands on the ball, and he got a jump ball. So the Bucks hardly ever get all the way to the rim. On this few occasions they have, that's do a good job of recovering.
See Aaron Williams set to check in. Williams had a very important role in Game 3. He's now the second center coming off the bench, not Dikembe Mutombo. Aaron Williams has just played better. And Byron Scott, he's got to do what's best for the team. Not easy to do, but he's doing it.
Yeah, you're right. Aaron Williams, a tough kid. He hurt 2 fingers on a shooting hand there. And Byron Scott said he'd probably have to break a leg to keep him from playing in the game. So just a tough kid.
Jason Kidd set him up beautifully. And the Nets back up by 10. Kenyon Martin with 8 points. Kidd not looking for a shot. Some games he comes out and he just looks for a shot. Other ones setting up his teammates. It's the latter here in Game 4.
Martin's going to be a great player, but it's going to be scary to see if those two continue to play with each other. I mean, Jason Kidd makes you such a great player, but Martin's athletic ability and having a point guard like Jason Kidd, the sky's the limit for him.
It's a big reason why he's playing as well as he is. I mean, a lot of guys, their numbers are going to go up playing with Jason Kidd. Collins, that's a little further out than they probably want him to take. And the crowd, of course, enjoying it.
That was from like 17 feet. I think he was 15 feet too far out.
So Williams will come in, and Collins will sit. 5 rebounds for Jason Collins. You see Williams on his shooting hand. He's got his 2 fingers. Payton going strong for the rim. And a foul. Gary Payton. Aggressive move. 3-point play.
Laying off the glass. Lowered his shoulder. Did almost kind of a Kenyon Martin thing where he delivered the blow. Got the basket. Good aggressive play by Payton.
Now they initially called the foul on Kidd, but it wasn't Kidd. That would have been his second instead of Rodgers. They get another offensive rebound. Travel on Kukoc. That's one of the points of emphasis the officials made this year on the travel off the dribble, lifting the pivot foot before the ball hits the ground. There's a big call in Game 3, or not
big non-call, yeah.
Kukoc appeared to have traveled but scored a big basket to tie the game. Martin There's another travel. Now, you know what? You can see the players now have adjusted to the way the game was called early. We're not saying that same type of extra pushing and shoving. They did a good job of adjusting to that.
Well, you got to realize that they're going to get called for fouls if they want to play. They got to stay on the court and not make those little silly fouls because they know the refs are looking for them.
Michael Redd. Big shot from Michael Redd, maybe for his confidence. An 11-2 run by the Bucks. You know, we're looking at a score here, Dan. You'd think the Nets are up 10, 12 points. It's a 4-point game.
They've done a good job of being aggressive, taking the ball to the basket. There's a big bucket by Michael Redd to get his confidence going. If he starts shooting the ball well, the Bucks are going to be in this game.
And the crowd certainly in the game, really, for the first time. Shot clock down to 4. Martin for 3. Payton, plenty of time. Shot clock turned off. Kukoc for 3 at the buzzer.
Good patience by Gary Payton, trying to penetrate, gets cut off, doesn't panic, picks up the ball, finds a trailing Tony Kukoc, who makes the 3 from the top right at the buzzer.
A 14-2 run to end the period. They'll have to review that last shot, but it clearly came, leaving his hand before the buzzer. And the Bucks back within 1.
Little boy asks his neighbors why they're always working on their yard. Neighbor looks up. Nothing more relaxing. Nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty, she adds. Little boy's dad asks how they manage it all. Neighbor nods across the yard. Nothing runs like a deer. John Deere lawn and garden tractors. Durability, precision, versatility, and exclusive support for everyone who puts more into their yard and expects more out of their tractor.
Tradition.
The look on the other guy's face. To be my own Manning.
Being a woman.
Because last year, I couldn't.
Millions of little girls.
Every athlete is fueled by something.
Chicken and cheese for just $8.99. Come get a taste of our new bold flavor.
From early mornings to late nights, from the store around the corner to business around the country, your whole family can count on the best wireless network in the nation, Verizon Wireless. Get the America's Choice National Family Share Plan and share unlimited night and weekend minutes on up to 4 separate lines. Hurry and buy one Motorola phone for $29.99 and get a second free. Plus, now get unlimited text messaging for only $2.99 monthly access. So no one's ever out of the loop. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Witness a dream.
Jerry, Hawk, Tank, we were the best of the best. Send us up.
I can't fill up a space shuttle with geriatrics.
40 years in the making.
You don't want to blow it again. This is your last shot.
And time.
Clock's ticking, and I'm only getting older.
Is not on their side. Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones.
Let's shoot this baby to the moon.
Space Cowboys, tonight after the NBA on TNT. We know drama.
Buck fans out in force, and they watch their team bounce back after having a big early deficit. Tony Kukoc, and this one was ruled good. They looked at the instant replay. There was really no question, ball certainly out of his hands before the buzzer. But when it's 0-0-0 on the final shot, they have to review it. Meanwhile, after trailing by as many as 13, they're only down by 1. And that's been significant in this series. Down 9 after the first quarter. Game 1 they lost. Game 2 was tied, and of course they got the victory. And a big deficit in Game 3, which they also lost.
This is a great matchup here. Anthony Mason really takes pride in his defense. Kenyon Martin's been absolutely killing the Bucks. Mason feels like he can guard and did a great job there. Martin goes and gets an offensive rebound and knocks it in. But a great defensive series there for Anthony Mason.
Yeah, Mason said after the game, he goes, I need to be on Kenyon Martin more. Nobody guards him better than me. Of course, Mason never lacking confidence. He was also upset that, as Rodney Rogers called for the foul, Mason was also upset, and that's now 3 fouls on Rogers. He was upset that everybody thought that Kenyon Martin tipped the ball out to Rodney Rogers the other game. He made sure people were aware that Martin didn't tip it. He was the one that tipped it.
Well, if he didn't tip it, Martin was going to lay it in, so it didn't really matter. But, you know, the Bucks actually have done a pretty good job. They've out-rebounded the Nets in the first quarter. They limited them to only 3 fast break points and have done a good job. So the Bucks have to be happy.
Desmond Mason does a good job on the offensive boards. They've got 5 offensive rebounds. Nets just got one last time down the floor. That was their first one. Jason Kidd, that's a 2-pointer. Only his second field goal attempt. He's getting his teammates involved early. Hey, good quick move. Let's not forget, Kidd is one of your better defenders, one of the best defensive point guards in the league. And Payton just went right around him.
Not only that, he's probably one of the strongest point guards in the league, and that just shows you how good Gary Payton is, especially on the post. He just spun by him and made a great layup.
Kukoc knocks it away, but can't complete the steal. Kidd forces it in there. Aaron Williams strip. Payton throws it ahead to Kukoc. Harris in pursuit. And the Bucks with their first lead of the game. Gary Payton is off to a sensational start. 10 points, 5 assists, a steal, and a couple of rebounds.
That's the way the Bucks got to play. They got to play a little wild. That's the way George Karl likes it. They got to get down there. They got to get their hands on the ball defensively and get out and run and get some easy buckets.
It's been a 14-point turnaround. Kidd quiets the crowd for a moment.
Then you got Jason Kidd, who's just the coolest cat in the building. He comes down, just drains a jumper, and tells everybody to sit back down.
Kidd shooting 51% from the field coming into this game in the series. He's 3 for 3. Kukoc with his second 3-pointer. And we talked about the bench before the game. It's 14-0 favor of the Bucks bench right now.
Rodney Rogers had a big game for the Nets in Game 3. It looks like Kukoc is going to come out and has really asserted himself to have a good game here and to help this team win.
Some nice shooting from both teams here to start the second. All tied up. At 34, 2.5 gone by here in Game 4. Bucks, after that horrible start, they hit their last 5 shots from the field in the first quarter and doing a good job shooting here in the second. Michael Redd, now 1 of 7.
Yeah, you can see he's really pressing, trying to get himself, you know, drop a shot and get himself going a little bit. And it usually only takes 1 to drop, and then you feel good about yourself. But they're playing a good defense on him, get a hand in his face. He's taking a lot of tough shots.
Payton picks up the foul. That's his first, and the team's first. Again, not a lot of contact, but that's the way they called it from the beginning. So he'll sit down. Sam Cassell comes back in. Payton just looks superb here in the early going. Jefferson and Mason. Good hop step from Richard Jefferson. And Michael Redd gets the rebound. And a foul on the entry pass. Richard Jefferson has picked up his 3rd. Well, one thing for sure, the calls have been consistent. They're calling everything.
That's a tough foul for him to handle, especially a young player. He went down, tried to play good defense, gets called for a ticky-tack foul. Now he's on the bench.
On the Next American Morning, a critical hearing in the Washington area sniper case. I'm Bill Hemmer. Prosecutors say Lee Boyd Malvo confessed. His lawyer wants the confession thrown out. It'll be up to a judge Monday, CNN, 7 a.m. Eastern.
1, 2, 3. 3's a crowd, 3's a party. 3, yeah. 3 a.m. I'm 3 for 3. Pass it to me.
Introduce yourself to Bacardi Silver 03 Premium Malt Beverage. As much fun as you can have with orange. Keep 5% alcohol by volume. Your night just got more interesting.
Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping. Home, where my music's playing. Home, where my love lies waiting.
The comforts of home. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Accepted at home stores everywhere.
The unexpected can be planned for. Tires with proven stopping power on the wings of Goodyear.
Mr. Payton is, he's taught me a lot at an early age, about, confidence, toughness, and, never backing down. And unfortunately, I'm going against his son, who he's taught that from day one. And so he has the upper hand on that. But, the big thing, Coach Payton, or Mr. Payton, is, has been a big influence in my success as much as his son.
I am now with Gary Payton's father and Jason Kidd's former coach and Gary's former coach. Al, how much of what we're seeing here today between those two reminds you of what took place when they were teenagers back in Oakland?
Well, it reminds me a lot, but Gary always could control Jason, but Jason has gotten better in his day, but we know what it takes to get him. All you got to do is keep a lot of pressure on him, and if you keep pressure on him, he'll will it.
Arguably, we're watching two of the best point guards in the game today. When they were teenagers, could you have known that both of them would have the kind of success they've gone on to?
No, I didn't think that. Never come to what it is today. But Jason was always, in high school, he was a great player. My son wasn't really that great in high school, but as he got in college and in the pros, he got better. But Jason always has been a sort of all-American boy.
All right, thanks, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Mike, it's that discipline he taught both of them that's made them the success they are.
Well, Dee, I have a feeling he still imposes his will on both of them when he gets together. As Aaron Williams with a nice shot to tie the game at 36. It was fun the other night in Game 3. It was right in the midst, a tense game, such an important game. It was close down the stretch, and the two of them during a break, during a free throw, as Mason kicks it back out, really started to laugh. Big smiles. Kukoc tried to draw the foul. Martin the rebound. They can still go after each other and still enjoy each other's company.
They really can. They're great friends. They grew up in the same area, and competition is great, and they know that they're going to go after each other. But once it's done, they're still going to be great friends. You're seeing them going to Mason a little bit more here. He hasn't been involved in the offense a whole lot in this series. And the last couple times down, they went down to him in the block.
Mason with, of course, out there mostly for his defense. But hit a nice shot before. Foul that time. Kerry Kittles on the reach in. That'll be Kittles first. And Anthony Mason will shoot two. Payton is going to come back in. And Michael Redd will sit. Redd just 1 of 7 from the field. And now Mason to the line. Anthony Mason in the series just 2 of 4.
Steve Javie down there telling everybody that Mace has a little bit of a hesitation on his free throw, so not to go in too early.
Seen a lot of lane violations called during the regular season. Mason hits the first log on NBA.com or America Online keyword NBA.com for the exclusive 2003 playoff section featuring live post-game press conferences, photo galleries, video highlights, and more. Love it live on NBA.com. Now, he's not supposed to cross the line until the ball hits the rim. The players along the lane, they can go in on the release, but the shooter has to stay behind the line. You see Steve Javie there. And sometimes Mason comes very close to going over the line on the free throw attempt before it hits the rim. Aaron Williams looking for his offense against Tony Kukoc.
Real good move, good patience there. He faked going to the middle, took a little drop step and kissed it off the glass. And there's no way Kukoc can guard down there. Aaron Williams is too athletic and jumped too high. It was a great move by him.
Sam Cassell can't finish, but gets the rebound. Cassell's always been a pretty good rebounding guard. In fact, he got 3 very good rebounding point guards in Cassell, Payton, and Kidd. Kukoc, nice move against Lucius Harris and gets a nice bounce.
Kukoc is having a great game so far. He's got 12 points in about 7 or 8 minutes. So he's come in and really picked up the scoring. He's given the Bucks a lot of lift here.
He's 5 of 6 from the field. Kenyon Martin. Mason plays him well. Tried to draw the foul, then Harris with a bad pass for the turnover. Let's go to D. Lynham.
We were talking earlier about Tony Kukoc and his role as a 6-man. George Karl loves that instant offense. But back in 95-96, when Tony Kukoc actually won the 6th Man of the Year award, he said, you know what, I thank you for the award, but I'd rather be a starter. He feels a whole lot different about that today. It could be maturity, Mike, but he knows that you can be equally contributing to your team coming off the bench as you can be as a starter.
Well, he's certainly done that. at both ends of the floor. They'll call for the loose ball foul that time. Kukoc picks up his first, and the Bucks their second. Just past the midway point, second quarter of game 4. All tied at 40.
Alex, there's something I want to ask you. Will you make a collect call by dialing down the center with 1-800-CALLATT? It's free for you and cheap for them. Can you get this? I forgot my wallet.
Save on every call. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
When your first name is Armor, you know there's some serious protection going on. Armor All Protectant. It doesn't just clean and shine, it protects.
It's a fact. 2 is better than 1. So we've taken the greatest comedies of all time and doubled them up. Back to back. TBS Superstation's non-stop comedy block. It's got Cache of the Yin Yang. 2 Drew Carey's, 2 Home Improvements, 2 Seinfelds, and Friends. Come on, it's fun. Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Oh, Jerry.
Oh, you. The non-stop comedy block, weekdays starting at 4:30 Eastern on TBS Superstation.
Urban Entertainment presents Sisters in the City. That good girl morality thing? Don't they realize when the women's movement happened and allowed us our libido? Created and written by Tina Andrews, starring Dawn Lewis and the queen of underground hip-hop, Medusa.
It went longer than expected.
Yeah, right. I run the PR department.
You've got to do what I think is best.
Strength in the face of adversity. Out on DVD and video.
The NBA playoffs on TNT. Brought to you by Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Cold, down, easy. And Burger King. The sourdough bacon cheeseburger is back for a limited time at Burger King.
More drama, more attitude, more lethal than ever.
I give my right arm for a siren right now.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Chris Rock. Lethal Weapon 4. Friday night at 8 on TNT.
Just past the midway point, second quarter. In Milwaukee, Tony Kukoc, a real spark off the bench, 12 points in 9 minutes. And the Bucks, who trailed by as many as 13 earlier, came back, took a 2-point lead. Now we're all tied up as the bench has really come through. Bucks in the zone, Martin misfires.
The Bucks can live with that shot. They'd rather see Kenyon Martin out there shooting 15-footers instead of taking the ball to the basket and getting fouls and getting the free throw line and dunking the ball.
He's been better at that, but it's still a better option. Desmond Mason, meanwhile, knocks it down. Desmond Mason 2 for 2 from the field. One of the things I like about Desmond Mason is he's one of those players, if he has an off night, he can be shooting 1 for 9. It never affects him down the other end of the floor.
No, he tries extremely hard, does a lot of good things, and his game's not predicated on scoring. He does a lot of other things that help the team.
The Buck bench wanted an offensive foul on Martin. That looked like more of a flop from Desmond Mason that time. Both teams shooting the ball extremely well here in the second quarter. That's overall the foul on the pass. Kerry Kittles will pick up his second foul. And for New Jersey, and the penalty, that's their 5th. So Desmond Mason will go to the line. Myron Scott saw his team take 13 free throws in the first quarter. Haven't been to the line yet in the second, so I think your team's record's safe, Dan. You're okay.
Whew. I got a couple of other records that I'll bring up to you a little bit later in the game. I checked out before I got here.
I'll allow you to give us one. We can't spend the whole day with this.
Really, I only have one. I just wanted to say I had a couple.
Mason hits the second. Bucks up 2. Along with Dan Marley and Dean Liner, Mike Green on hand at the Bradley Center. Game 4 of this opening round best-of-7 Eastern Conference playoff series. Nets leading 2-1. They led by 13 early, but the Bucks have stormed back, led by Gary Payton and Tony Kukoc. Kenyon Martin rattles in and out. And a good rebound from Thomas.
Another great job by Mason, not letting Kenyon Martin getting all the way to the hoop, making him stop and pop and shoot from 14 feet.
Harris does a good job fighting over the screen, then pokes it away. Harris is an underrated defender, not known for that, but he's a smart defender. He's been in the league a long time. Kidd boxes out Payton, enabling Kittles to get the rebound. Here's Kenyon Martin in transition. Rushed it. Cassell under control. Wanted Mason to take the open shot.
I think Mace did the right thing there.
Payton gets inside. Nice left hand, but he can't finish. And here comes Kidd the other way. Harris, that's a 2. Boy, not even close. And they're going to say, keep the same way. Next ball. Good fight for it. Cassell and Kidd, good hustle. Kidd just does a nice thing, turns around and says to Cassell, are you okay?
This is great hustle by Jason Kidd to follow a loose ball. Gets over there and knocks it off of Cassell. Goes out of bounds. Good hustle by both players.
Yeah, nice sportsmanship from Kidd. We talked so much about the technicals. It's nice to see the other end. Harris leans in and draws the foul, much to the dismay of Sam Cassell, who picks up his second foul. So Lucius Harris will go to the line for New Jersey. They are perfect in their 13 attempts. Harris, one of the key bench players. There's a lot of backup point guard as well. And it's the first coming up next up TNT. It's the Sixers and the Hornets from New Orleans. No Jamal Mashburn, but Aaron Davis would play. And then tonight on ESPN, Kings and Jazz, Utah. Well, they've had a long stretch between games in that series. Utah needs a win. They're down 2-0. This one 2-1 in favor of Jersey. The Bucks have come out. And after what was really a disheartening defeat in Game 3. Cassell, good drive, but comes up short. Kidd, oh, what a pass to Kenyon Martin. Oh, man, he had no room to get it through.
Just great vision on Jason Kidd there. Kenyon Martin did a fantastic job of running the floor and dunking it. That's one thing they haven't been able to do today, but Jason with a great bounce pass. Kenyon Martin finishes it, and that's the way New Jersey loves to play basketball.
That's the definition of threading the needle on that. Gorgeous feed for Kidd's 5th assist, who knocks it away down the other end. And here comes Kerry Kittles. Kittles gets inside, defended well, but Kidd right there for Aaron Williams. There's another beautiful part of Jason Kidd's game. He was way back there when the break started, yet hustles all the way down and gets the offensive rebound. Jason Kidd of the Nets on a 6-0 run. They're back up by 4 late second quarter in Milwaukee.
Tammy's here.
Not too late.
I know. Hey.
Find everything you need?
Yeah.
Just checking.
When you leave this building, you will be endowed with all my powers. All the powers of God.
This Memorial Day, the guy next door
I've never seen the moon that big.
we really shouldn't waste it. Gets a shot at being the man upstairs.
Sam?
Jim Carrey. Bruce Almighty. Rated PG-13. At theaters Friday, May 23rd.
That ain't no shot.
No, that's a crime.
They're ready for the NBA playoffs, are you? The NBA playoffs are on TNT, but you can still catch the drama of Law & Order weeknights on TNT.
Jason Kidd is just a complete player, and that last play showed a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you see here playing good defense, reaches around, gets the steal, gets out on the break, follows the play. Kerry Kittle's going to go up, going to miss the shot. He gets the rebound, finds Aaron Williams for the assist. His own little mini triple-double there.
That's why he's always up there. A little bit of everything, and so much of it is just effort. That's why I say one of the amazing things about him is he practices harder than anybody. Still, with all the years and all the All-Stars and all the NBA first-team selections, he still practices harder than anybody on the team. Kenyon Martin pulls down the rebound.
I just think he loves to play the game. He's an ultimate gym rat, loves playing, loves getting out there and showing his skills, and that's why he's the best point guard in the league.
Aaron Williams again getting the backup center duties. Dikembe Mutombo remains on the bench. A long three for Kidd. Thomas, good boxing out, but Aaron Williams tips it away, and Kerry Kittle's right there.
Aaron Williams did a great job. He couldn't get the rebound, but he tipped it to his teammate who got an easy basket. Good job by Aaron Williams.
Those are the intangibles, and the Nets back up by 6 under 2 minutes to play in the second.
Jersey goes into a little 2-3 zone here.
Won't see that a lot from them. And a kick. So they call it on Lucius Harris, a little bit of a kick foul. I thought they were going to call a kick ball, but Harris picks up the personal. That's his first, and free throws coming up. Coming up on the Verizon at the half, Ernie Johnson, of course, with Charles, and NBA great Dennis Johnson. And the preview of the second game of our doubleheader between the Sixers and the Hornets. It's coming up, Verizon at the half. Gary Payton, 12 points. 5 assists. Bucks down by 4. Kidd, no help defense that time. Yeah, that's one of the things. Kenyon Martin bringing Mason out away from the basket. And Kidd with an easy 2.
Well, they're going to play the pick and roll, and the defender tried to cheat over the pick, and Jason knew that, took it baseline all the way for the layup.
A foul on the entry pass. He's still going to shoot free throws, but the basket won't count. Jason Kidd picks up his second personal, and Tim Thomas will go back to the line. 1:11 remaining here in the second. The game started off much like a big portion of game 3 with all the extra pushing and talking. They had a couple of technicals early, a lot of whistles early on, but the players have done a nice job adjusting to it. Just playing some good basketball now. Thomas from New Jersey. Anthony Mason has done a good job on Kenyon Martin. Yeah, Martin still has 14 points and 3 rebounds. Thomas, it's a pair. And for the second straight game, Bucks back on the track shooting their free throws. They're 12 of 14. Final minute, first half. Been a pretty eventful first half as well. Excellent defense from Anthony Mason.
You see the overall strength of Anthony Mason. Not like Kenyon Martin backing down. Also his quickness. He couldn't get around it. Made him take a tough shot.
Well, 4 changes of possession there. Everybody with good hands. Aaron Williams rushed it a bit. And Tim Thomas pulls down his 5th board.
Bucks have done a great job of not allowing second shots. New Jersey's been killing them on the boards all series, but tonight they haven't allowed too many second shots.
And they're only down 1 in the rebounding department. Cassell, quick 3. Back to a 1-point game. Only the second field goal for Cassell. And the Bradley Center on its feet. Shot clock is off. Final seconds, first half. Mason. And they won't get a shot off. The Bucks end the first half with a good defensive stop. And another close game between these two teams. It was Nets early, up by as many as 13. Bucks came back, took the lead. Nets went up again. And Milwaukee keeps fighting back. They trail by 1. Let's go to Dean Lynham.
Thanks very much, Mike. Kenyon, they've done a good job of adjusting and defending you differently. Have you had to change anything just given the way Mace is guarding you?
He's just trying to ride me out, so I just use my quickness. I knew that's what they was going to do coming into the game, so it's not bothering me.
Any one thing that you would like to change from first half, second half as a team?
Well, they got a lot of easy baskets. They got a lot of second opportunities, easy baskets, so we need to get back on defense and just make our half-court defense a little more solid.
All right, Kenyon, good luck in the second half. Mike?
Another strong half deep from Kenyon Martin. And the Nets lead after the first 2 quarters, 52-51 here in game 4. Right now, let's send you back to Atlanta with Ernie, Charles, and Dennis Johnson. throw shooting from both teams. The turnover is a big thing for Milwaukee. They're good at that. They don't turn it over too much. They certainly didn't do that in the first half. Let's get more from D. Lynham.
Well, Mike, beginning with Milwaukee, Anthony Mason had said he wanted the matchup with Kenyon Martin, and the coaching staff said, you know what, he came through and did a pretty good job on him, made Kenyon really rush a few of his shots. Tony Kukoc, notoriously positive things happen for the Bucks when he plays like he did in that first half. And if there's one thing they don't want to do is spot the Nets any points to start off this half. Meanwhile, for New Jersey, they used the zone, thought Milwaukee adjusted to that quickly, but they were pleased with the fact that they held them to 40% shooting.
D, thank you. As the Bucks start off with a different starting center, Irvin Johnson, the 35-year-old veteran, getting the start. Richard Jefferson misfires there. And Johnson the rebound. Joel Przybilla started, but he picked up 3 quick fouls. Cassell off the dribble. Just like that, the Bucks back on top.
Another thing the Bucks have to be happy about is they've limited the Nets to some offense. Only 4 offensive rebounds in the first half. And the rebound margin was dead even at half at 20 apiece. And that's a big part of New Jersey's game, so the Bucks have to be happy with that.
And a foul on the entry pass to Collins. Tim Thomas picks up his second foul. Tough matchup for Thomas in guarding Collins. Collins not a guy that looks for a shot a lot, but still will try and take advantage. Irvin Johnson is on Kenyon Martin as we begin this third quarter. Good defense that time from Irvin Johnson. Mason, though, that's not the guy you want to give it to on the break, trying to get it to Johnson. And Martin took his eyes off it. Bucks ball. The opening minute here in the third quarter. The second half, the Bucks played superbly in Game 3. George Karl said their best basketball of the series. Thomas for 3. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Kenyon Martin, who has some words with Irvin Johnson, but it's just words of you okay, I think.
That was a good play by the Bucks. It was a set play where they did the pick and roll and then set the flare for Tim Thomas. He had a wide open look at it, just didn't knock it down.
Second foul on Martin. So some interesting matchups here to begin the third quarter. Kidd gets a hand on it. That's a 3. And good boxing out from Martin. Lets it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tim Thomas. Gary Payton has not shot the three-pointer well, to say the least. He's 0 for 8 from downtown in the series. Now, he had a terrific first half overall, but he's just not been able to hit the 3. Offensive foul. Kenyon Martin picks up his 3rd.
Martin passed the ball, then cut across the lane. He's going to set a pick for a teammate. Never established himself as set. He got the offensive foul.
Martin didn't say a word. Again, that's one of the areas he's turned it around from last year. He still talks to the officials as much, but doesn't let it detract from his game. Thomas inside. Blocking foul. He was in the restricted area. Jason Collins. If he was above the restricted area, that would have been a charge.
A great bounce pass by Gary Payton there. Thomas takes it strong to the hole, and Collins is inside that area, picks up the blocking foul.
No question about that. His foot well over the line. And Collins picks up his second. Tim Thomas with a chance for a three-point play. And the Milwaukee Bucks now have their largest lead of the game. And continue to hit free throws. Nets still haven't scored here in the third. We've played almost 2 minutes. They're a team that at times can go through some offensive droughts. Jefferson, nice pull-up shot from Richard Jefferson.
Good crossover there, pulled up to hit the little 12-footer. Good move on Jefferson's part. He's playing a great game. He just hadn't had much time on the floor because of foul trouble.
13 points for Jefferson. He's only averaging 10 in the series. Desmond Mason uses the left hand beautifully.
That was all set up by a Gary Payton pick. He came across the lane, nailed Mason's man, is able to flash across. They hit him right underneath the basket. Good left hand for the layup.
Bucks very solid offensively to start here in the third. Kerry Kittles puts it in. Kittles just his second field goal. Kittles is a big part of when the Nets play well. you're looking, when he has his bad games, they don't win a lot. They need him to play well. Sam Cassell, no hesitation, rattles in and out. Cassell just 3 of 10. Shot blocked by Irvin Johnson. Good transition defense by the Nets. And a foul on the pass. Jason Kidd his third.
There's Jason trying to take it to the hole. Irvin Johnson does a great job of coming over, not only blocking the shot, but keeping it in play to start the break on the other end.
Irvin Johnson in his 10th year in the league. Always talks about like he was a bad player in college in New Orleans. They used to call him Tragic Johnson. Payton with the floater and the roll. And the Milwaukee Bucks with a 4-point lead. Payton with 14 points. Payton is playing just a really smart basketball game. Foul on Johnson that time. A little over aggressive on the entry pass to Martin, so he picks up his first. And the Bucks with their first team foul.
New Jersey's really had to work on every possession to get a good shot. They haven't been able to get the ball off the boards and get out and run and get any easy transition layups.
Check that, it's second team foul. Hey, the Bucks are a different team, Dan. I mean, they have a defensive mindset. Since that trade, when you have Payton and Mason, they can play some defense now.
They can. I mean, when you bring in two guys who make a defense a priority, it kind of, it filters down to the rest of the guys.
You see the effort, especially from your leader in a guy like Payton, and it becomes very contagious. Thomas for three. Boy, Bucks really look sharp offensively after the play. Jason Collins talking to the official. He's got some blood, a cut apparently, so they blow the whistle and have it attended to. Timmy Walsh, the Nets trainer, will check it out. It's above the eye, as you see. They've got 30 seconds to try and close the cut, put a bandage on it. If not, they'll have to substitute. And it appears they're going to have to do just that. Again, the play was very physical in the opening minutes, just like we saw throughout Game 3. But the officials called it very. I mean, all the plays were called tightly, and then since then the players have adjusted, and it's just been basketball. It's a nice just talk about basketball, not extra shoves, not technicals.
It's been a real well officiated game. This crew here is well respected by the players, and they established it early. They weren't going to take anything from any of the players. Dished out a few technicals and since then it's been a good game. It's still physical, it's still hard, but the players realize what kind of the calls the officials are going to make, and they're accepting it.
There's Dick Bavetta in his 27th year. 63 years old, still gets up and down the court as well as anyone. And Javi, he's the young guy, only in his 16th year.
And Javi hasn't given a technical out yet, and that's the guy you would expect to.
Well, when he first came into
self-control tonight.
Four minutes gone by here in the third. 5-point Milwaukee lead, trying to even this series up before it heads back to New Jersey. Kidd, alley-oop for Kittles. Martin, though, got in the way. Last touch by Martin. That was intended for Kittles. But Martin inadvertently, well, I think he deliberately tried to hit it, but that was not the play Kidd wanted. Mason puts it in. 4 Bucks now in double figures. Mason has 10. And another standing ovation for the Bucks.
Bucks are starting to feel good about themselves. Some shots are falling. They're more aggressive. They're taking the ball to the basket. This is the way they wanted to start the second half. They're doing a great job.
They've outscored the Nets 14-6 here in the period and lead by 7.
Welcome aboard. Please turn off all unapproved electronic devices. We have a very crowded flight today, and all overhead space is full. The captain expects frequent turbulence, so please remain seated at all times. And we do anticipate a late arrival. Thank you.
The Hyundai Santa Fe, with America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you upgrade your travel plans, you win.
Reading can take you places you've always dreamed of going. And book by book, the NBA and WNBA are helping children get closer to reaching those dreams.
Them both across the water to a big ship.
The NBA family has created more than 60 reading and learning centers, donating hundreds of thousands of books, and have given children a place where they can gain the tools they need to achieve their dreams. Because when you love to read, you can become anything you want. Be part of the success and read to achieve.
The NBA playoffs on TNT. Brought to you by Hyundai. Your car comes with America's best warranty, you win. By Wendy's Classic Hamburger. It's better here.
Witness a dream.
NASA wants to send us into space.
40 years in the making.
Shoot this baby to the moon.
Space Cowboys. Tonight, after the NBA. On TNT. You know drama.
Milwaukee Bucks have their largest lead of the series. George Karl finally seeing his team ahead. They haven't had the lead very often. As ball last touched by Payton.
Good job by Payton. They're not letting Jason Kidd come off the pick and roll. They're forcing him to the baseline. The big man's going to help if he drives baseline. They just don't want Jason Kidd to be able to get around the pick and create for his teammates.
Kerry Kittles, tough fall-away shot from Kittles, way off the mark. And Desmond Mason with a rebound. The Bucks now +3 in the rebounding department. This is the one area they expected to not have a shot.
That's the biggest key to the game to me. They haven't allowed offensive rebounds. They've been able to stop New Jersey from getting out and getting fast break points. It's the way they like to score.
Thomas hits the three. 10-point game.
And they love that play. They always like penetration, and the shooter always floats to the corner on the weak side. The guard knows where he's going to be and fires the corner. Tim Thomas hits a big three, and this crowd's into it now. That's what they've been waiting for.
17 for Tim Thomas. Richard Jefferson stops the 8-0 run with authority. Boy, Jefferson having a big game. He's got 15 points in just 12 minutes. Again, he's been on the bench a lot with foul trouble. Bucks offense very, very efficient. Jefferson, good defense on Mason. And an offensive foul. Mason lowering the shoulder. You don't mention the rebounding, Dan. And let's take a look at that.
That's just good defense by Richard Jefferson. Keeps sliding. Wasn't really in position, but Mason lowered his shoulder, knocked him down. It was a good call.
3 on Mason. That's only the 6th turnover. That's a big stat because the Nets are one of the best teams in the league at forcing turnovers. It starts their fast break, but the Bucks have held on to the ball well.
That's right. Their offense is predicated a lot on their defense. And if the Bucks can't turn it over and they stop them from getting offensive rebounds and they limit the Nets to one shot, New Jersey's not going to get any easy baskets.
Cassell wanted a foul. That's a good no call. Kittles went straight up in the air. And an offensive foul on Kerry Kittles. So Cassell, who was arguing the call at first going back, decided, all right, I'll get back on defense and pick up a charge.
Kittles takes it hard to the basket. Cassell gets in position, takes a charge. The Bucks are doing everything they have to, the little things, and that's a good call, you're right. You just can't fake and expect to get the call when you jump into somebody like that.
If the man goes straight up, he does not initiate the contact, and too often it's called a foul on the defensive player. Oh, nice pass from Payton. And the Bucks exploding here in this third period. 9 assists for Payton, and how about Irvin Johnson off the bench?
Irvin Johnson's done a good job, not only playing offensively, but has done a good job on Martin defensively.
Johnson blocks it, but a foul. And Martin will shoot 2. Johnson's second personal.
This is where Gary Payton's at his best. He goes off the screen and roll. He gets both men to commit, then drops the bounce pass to Irvin Johnson for an easy dunk.
Kidd played the pick and roll perfectly at first, but Payton on the second option. So Martin to the line. Nets have still not missed a free throw. They're 15 for 15. Don't say it.
Shanks.
Major League Baseball action returns tomorrow afternoon to TBS 1 p.m. Eastern, and the Braves hosting the Brewers. Final game of their 3-game set from Turner Field. Confidence Major League Baseball all season long on the Superstation. 17 points, 4 rebounds for Martin. There's the first miss.
Way to go, Mike.
Bucks really confident here in the third. Superstitious as a player?
Still am. I still got my right sock inside out.
Gary Payton with another pretty move. And the Bucks with an 11-point lead. And the Bradley Center very much alive. Boy, Jefferson playing well today.
These guys do a good job of knowing what's happening. Jefferson faked like he's going out and made a great back cut. Martin recognized him, hit him right on the hands, and hit the jump shot.
Payton again. Cassell with the spin move. Sam Cassell with 9 points.
Now Kittles and Cassell are going to get into it. This could get interesting.
And Irvin Johnson gets to Kittles. Aaron Williams tries to get Johnson across, and Williams is just trying to be a peacemaker there. Kittles still pointing at Cassell. Boy, the game was going so well. Both teams playing really well, and they get involved in this. Garbage again.
Well, it's not like I don't think we didn't expect it after what happened in the third game, but you know, Cassell and Payton have done a great job of being aggressive.
Well, Sam got a little acting job there. We'll probably see a double technical. Steve Jobby talking it over with Dick Rivetta and Blaine Reichelt. So a double technical. Cassell and Kittles each with one. Now, what you got to be careful on, we talk about this almost every game, unfortunately, but those are the type of situations you get a double technical, a little shove. If you already have one technical, 2 techs, automatic ejection.
You're right, and you would hope a guy like Sam Cassell, who's been around in this league forever, would realize that and not put himself in that position.
Now, in double technicals, no free throws are taken, but again, each guy is charged with one technical.
Blaine is serious, boy. He just hitches up those pants and goes to work, don't he?
That's a hard-working, intense official, Blaine Reichelt, in his 21st year.
Hitch him up, Blaine.
4.5 to play here in the third. It was on Martin. Johnson a rebound. Boy, Irvin Johnson playing well. They also called double technicals on Irvin Johnson and Aaron Williams, so a pair of double technicals. Payton. Good defense from Kidd. Thomas hits a 3.
What a tough shot that was. He hit a 3, and Kenyon Martin actually hit him on the face after he shot it. So you know Tim Thomas is feeling it now.
The Milwaukee Bucks exploding here in this third quarter. They've outscored the Nets 26-11 and lead by 14 in Game 4. Marbury on the drive.
So where should I play next year?
Where do you want to play next year? Because you have offers from Dallas, Toronto, Miami, and LA.
Tell me about LA.
Old filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. MGD. Oh, what a day.
Tell me about it.
Car broke down.
My bike got a flat.
Tons of paperwork.
Surprise math quiz.
Client kept me late.
Boy, you guys look like you need some McDonald's.
That's what I love about that woman.
These people have taken control.
He was tossing and turning so much, I knew he wasn't getting any rest.
With a regular coil mattress, you have no control. We had different needs.
With a regular bed, you have to pick, firm or soft.
Introducing the Nautilus Sleep System. The Nautilus Sleep System's unique interlocking air chamber design provides personalized comfort. Now you and your spouse can control your own comfort with the push of a button.
Those chambers are the real secret. And you control your own side of the bed.
I control control my comfort, and he controls his comfort.
Test the Nautilus sleep system in your home for 90 nights to make sure you love it. Order now, and you can get payments as low as $25 a month with the protection of our 20-year limited warranty.
If you can't sleep at night, believe me, this mattress works.
Call now for a free video and brochure, or visit our website at greatsleep.com and take control for a great sleep tonight.
EJ in Atlanta, the Hornets down 2-0 to the Sixers will not have Jamal Mashburn in the lineup today, but Baron Davis, who missed Game 2 with a sore left knee, will give it a try as he tests it out in New Orleans. It's Game 2 of our doubleheader. Still to come. Right now, let's go back to Mike, Dan, and D.
Ernie, thank you. Sam Cassell talking with Blaine Reichelt. It's been, again, a hotly contested, emotional, physical game. Quieted down for a while. But the Milwaukee Bucks exploded. 26 points already in the period. We still have 4 minutes remaining. Jefferson has stopped a number of runs and does it again. Richard Jefferson with 19 points.
Had a whale of a game, but the Bucks have done a good job of taking Jason Kidd out of this quarter. He hasn't done anything since the first half. And that's exactly what they did last game, and because of it, they were able to make their comeback.
Gary Payton is having just a brilliant game at both ends of the floor. Cassell, way off. Kidd does a good job contesting, and a loose ball foul called on Irvin Johnson. So Johnson will pick up his third, and the Bucks with their 14th foul. Kukoc comes in. Desmond Mason will sit. Mason with a good game. 10 points, 4 boards. Jefferson, the leading scorer for New Jersey, despite playing in foul trouble. And another foul on Irvin Johnson. Now they're in the penalty, and Johnson has 4. Kenyon Martin to the line. George Karl was not happy with the officiating after Game 3, complained about a number of things. But I think, as you said earlier, Dan, considering what happened in Game 3 and the way it started Game 4, they've done an excellent job, the officials here.
They really have. They've done a great job. Irvin Johnson's going out, and he did a fantastic job on Kenyon Martin while he was in there.
NBA.com has compiled the 10 of the best shots in NBA playoff history. Log on to see the candidates and vote for the best shot only on NBA.com or America Online, keyword NBA.com. I think Jordan's going to be in a few of those. I think Reggie Miller might be in a couple of those. Any other thoughts, Dan?
No. You know what, though? We talk about Kenyon Martin doing a good job on him. He's got 18 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. That just says, tells you how good he is. Same thing like in the San Antonio Phoenix series. Duncan only takes 6 shots last night, but has 23 rebounds to help his team win. That's what great players do.
Well, Martin told Byron Scott the other day, I think I've finally figured this NBA out. He's physical talent and athleticism, he's off the charts, but mentally Byron Scott says he's come such a long way this year. Payton blocked. Oh, nice block from Kenyon Martin.
Payton's being really aggressive, trying to get it all the way to the basket. Kenyon Martin did a great job of coming over the weak side and blocking that shot.
5 left on the 24. Martin and Thomas pushing and shoving. Cassell gets a good look.
Good job by Mason by setting a good, solid screen there and freeing Cassell up for the 17-footer.
I think the key word is wide screen.
Nothing, he's solid all the way through, and he can set a screen, boy, I can tell you that.
Chance of defense here at the Bradley Center. Ball last touched by Payton. That's something you didn't hear a heck of a lot of over the years, but when general manager Ernie Grunfeld made the trade, he brought toughness and a defensive presence, trading their most popular player, Ray Allen. And another whistle away from the ball. This one against Sam Cassell. And 3 now on Cassell. More free throws for New Jersey. So it was a bold trade. Ray Allen, of course, as we mentioned, the most popular player, great scorer, U.S. Olympian. But the key was not only do they get Payton and defensive toughness, but they also get a Desmond Mason, a good young player who brings defensive toughness.
I love Desmond Mason. I think he's only going to get better. He's a very athletic kid. I like the way he appreciates the game. He goes out, he plays hard, he does all the little things to help his team win, and he's only going to get better. So it was a good trade for both teams.
Ernie Grunfeld said, I was talking to him before the game, very difficult trade because Ray Allen, you know, one of the good guys and a terrific player, but Allen and Carl weren't getting along, and just there was a stale atmosphere to the team. They needed to shake things up, and I don't think they would have made the playoffs if they didn't make the trade.
Well, they're here now. They're doing a good job in this game of coming back and playing their type of game, being aggressive. Kukoc on the post has done a fantastic job.
Kukoc, nice move on Jefferson. He's just not going to be able to guard him down low. It's too big.
Well, that's just the type of player he is. He can post the lower guys up. He can take it to the basket. He's a good creator. He shoots well from the three. That's why he's such a successful player. He does everything good.
Kukoc 6 of 7 from the field. Jefferson comes right back. Richard Jefferson now at 21.
Except for defensively.
Although he leads the NBA playoffs in steals.
Well, he's a good team defender. He's not a very good one-on-one defender, you know, for his man, but he plays good team defense.
Right. Again, what George Karl says, he makes plays at both ends. Good defense from Jason Kidd. Sam Cassell, that's a three. Bucks can do no wrong offensively here in this period. They've scored 33 points in the quarter. Cassell now in double figures, the 5th Milwaukee player in double figure scoring. And Jefferson commits the foul after losing the ball. That's 4 fouls on Richard Jefferson. That's not in the penalty.
Jefferson just missed the ball, hit him off the face. Thomas picked it up, and it was kind of a stupid foul for Jefferson to reach in and try to steal the ball. He got his 4th foul.
Jefferson having a superb game, but the foul problems. Kidd will get a rest. 1:16 left in the third. Anthony Johnson, who didn't play the first couple of games, is back to his normal backup point guard duties. Limited minutes when your Kidd's back up. Payton looking to take advantage of Johnson on him now. A little different defender than Jason Kidd, with all due respect.
That's where he's good too. He comes down. If you're not going to double team him, he's going to score there. So the New Jersey's got to make a decision. Either going to come down and double team. If they do, Kukoc is at the top of the key waiting for the three. There, nobody came. Payton made a nice turnaround jumper.
Largest lead of the game for the Bucks. And a reach and foul called on Kukoc. Payton has 18 points, 10 assists, and 4 rebounds, and only 1 turnover. He has turned it around after that poor performance in game 1 and playing what they expected. But what an offensive period from Milwaukee as the Nets continue to hit their free throws, now 21 of 22. They tend to like the third quarter in this building.
They sure do. I don't know whether Coach Karl tells them when they go in halftime. They should mix it up and say it at the beginning of the game.
14-point lead. Just under 40 seconds left in the third. Bucks trying to tie the series at 2 apiece. Kukoc. Mason right there. And a foul before the shot. Nets in a penalty now, so Mason will go to the free throw line. You know what's nice about Milwaukee? They're the best three-point shooting team in the NBA percentage-wise. They're not settling for jumpers. They're taking it to the basket.
You're right. Kukoc could have easily set up for the 3 there, but he didn't. He gave a pump fake, took it all the way to the basket, missed the layup, but Mason was there to gather it in and got fouled. But it all stems from Gary Payton and his pick and roll. He's so hard to defend on the pick and roll because he could do so many things that they want to get the ball out of his hands. He's finding the open net.
Anthony Mason knocks down the free throw. Milwaukee 14 of 16 from the line. The lead back to 15. Aaron Williams picked up that last foul. That was his second. There's about a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Anthony Johnson. Martin, 5 on the 24. Martin for the jumper. Good defense from Mason. Aaron Williams foul on the putback. Thomas picks up his 3rd. And that's what Mason wanted to do. Make Martin shoot those jumpers.
If I was the Bucks, I would do that every time. I mean, Martin's capable of hitting that shot, but he's so much better in putting the ball on the floor and creating fouls and taking the basket. Mason did a good job of backing up and making him hit that shot.
Aaron Williams despite playing with the bandages on his shooting hand, the index and middle finger, playing another solid game. 8 points and 5 rebounds. Excuse me, 7 points and 5 rebounds as Rodney Rogers comes back in. Rodney hasn't played a lot, only 6 minutes in the first half. And Martin will sit down. And a lot of fouls, only 2 players with 4 though. Richard Jefferson and Irvin Johnson.
Rodney was another one of those guys who got into early foul trouble and had to sit down.
Another missed free throw by the Nets and a putback. 2 seconds remaining. Kukoc jump count if it goes. A little too strong from Kukoc. But wait, a great quarter for the New Jersey Nets. Excuse me, for the Milwaukee Bucks as they shoot 15 of 23 from the field. The Bucks scored 36 points in the third quarter against one of the better defensive teams in the Eastern Conference.
And they did it by just being aggressive. They went with what works. Gary Payton going to the pick and roll, making sure he gets himself off and everybody else. Fantastic third quarter for Milwaukee Bucks, and they're on their way to evening the series up.
Cheese for just $8.99. Come get a taste of our new bold flavor.
Hey! Who are you? I'm God. Please. How many fingers am I holding up? 7. Aha!
When you leave this building, you will be endowed with all my powers.
This Memorial Day, if you think God works in mysterious ways,
Hey, who's here?
wait till you see Bruce. Jim Carrey is Bruce Almighty.
I swear my boobs are bigger.
Rated PG-13, May 23rd.
When athletes sweat, they lose more than just water. Gatorade puts back sodium and potassium, proven to replenish and rehydrate athletes better than water. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Mom, Dad, we're here. Oh, great.
Oh.
The Hyundai Sonata with America's best warranty.
Boy, am I hungry.
When life keeps getting better, you win.
Call? Just dial to the center with 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you and cheap for them. He's gone.
Save on every call. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Cigarette cravings can appear out of nowhere. Taking Nicorette on a regular schedule will help keep cravings away. If you encounter a really tough craving, take an extra piece. Nicorette helps you quit, one craving at a time.
Milwaukee Bucks exploding in the third quarter now, lead by 12 here as we start the fourth of game 4, trying to even the series at 2 games apiece. Usual playoff tilt, and there's a lot of physical play, Dan Marley.
Right, this series has been very physical. Tonight's no different. You see a lot of hustle, a lot of guys taking charges, doing the little things you got to do to win playoff games. And that's why I love playoff basketball right there, the intensity and the fire and wanting to win games.
Yeah, you can look at a lot of different numbers throughout a game and point to that as a key or that for a fault for a team. Well, the one that's glaring is the Bucks out-rebounding the Nets. 29-26, including one more on the offensive glass.
That's huge because, like I said earlier, New Jersey wants to get a lot of easy buckets off their offensive rebounds, getting out and running.
And they get an easy bucket from Michael Redd on their first possession, back up by 14. Redd hasn't shot the ball well, but he's been much more aggressive. Lucius Harris answers back with a 2.
It's a real nice set play set up by Byron in the timeout where they just throw it to the weak side, set up a flare. Lucius Harris made a nice shot.
Anthony Johnson starting the fourth quarter. Kid sat down with a little over a minute remaining. He won't sit for long, but this will give him a chance to get a breather. Johnson, the capable backup. Mason using the left hand.
Mason's real good down there with his left hand. He just goes down, uses his width, he uses his bulk, makes a nice move, drop step, little jump hook. I don't know why Jason needs that much of a rest. He didn't do much of that in the third quarter. He was kind of quiet.
0 for 1 in the third. Aaron Williams tried with the right hand, read the rebound. Tony Kukoc didn't have anyone to throw it when he went up in the air. He's fortunate Mason was there. Good defense from Aaron Williams, but Payton. Oh, and Williams comes right back and blocks it. Well, he just contributes out there some way, Aaron Williams. Such a good player.
He really is a good player. Does all the little things that maybe you don't realize at the end of the night. These players sure do appreciate it.
Anthony Johnson not looking to shoot, but then takes a tough shot. He draws the foul. Gary Payton will pick up his second. And Johnson will go to the free throw line. Johnson in this series, it's only the second game he's played. This is his first trip to the line in the series. For the season, 69% during the regular season. Don't forget, coming up next, second game of our doubleheader from New Orleans. The Hornets and the Sixers. Philly leading that 2-0. Game right here on TNT. And then tonight, Kings and Jazz, game 3 on ESPN from the Delta Center at Salt Lake City, Utah, trying to win their first game. They dropped the opening 2 in Sacramento. Johnson goes 1 of 2. They almost get another rebound. I think
the Bucks need to work. They need to work on boxing out the shooter. I don't know how many times it's got to happen to him before somebody goes in there and does that.
13-point lead for Milwaukee. Still plenty of time. Over 10 minutes remaining. Michael Redd finding an open Anthony Mason. Redd with the offensive rebound. Can't finish. The tip won't go, and Aaron Williams hauls it in. We like the way Redd, even though his shot's not falling, he's still aggressive.
Did a good job there. Came off the screen, went up. Didn't have the shot, dumped it off to Anthony Mason. Got the offensive rebound, just happened to miss it.
And Lucius Harris, the veteran, with 2 big baskets here to keep the Nets in the game. He's got 5 points here in the opening of the fourth quarter. And Harris for the game with 11. Mason. And a foul. Anthony Mason using the right hand. And a chance for a 3-point play. Aaron Williams not happy with the call. But the Bucks once again up by a dozen. Aaron Williams picks up his third.
That time the Nets switched up their pick and roll defense. They forced Payton to the baseline, not letting him come off the roll. Mason realized it, goes to the basket. Payton hit him with a nice bounce pass, picked up the 3-point play.
Anthony Mason had 6 points total in the first 3 games of this series. He's got 10 here in game 4. And a little over aggressive defense from Desmond Mason trying to deny Richard Jefferson. So that's 4 on Desmond Mason. Bucks with their first team foul. Jason Collins is going to return for New Jersey, and Aaron Williams will sit. More good play from Aaron Williams. 9.7 rebounds. Shot clock at 14 as they inbound. Rogers throws it away. Rodney Rogers, who had a superb game in game 3. Has not scored here in game 4. Hasn't played a lot, though. Turnovers have been huge in this game. The Bucks only 6 against one of the best teams in terms of forcing turnovers. And that stops a fast break for New Jersey, which is their most lethal weapon. Desmond Mason. And goes over the backboard. Top of the backboard in, but once it goes over, out of bounds. But the Bucks still playing some terrific basketball. They lead by 13 here in the fourth.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Blessed filling!
Wait. What about this? Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Great taste! Great taste!
Blessed filling!
Great taste!
Blessed filling!
Great taste!
Less filling!
What do you think about that? That's art.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
I've got an idea.
The all-new 265 horsepower Nissan Maxima.
Witness a dream.
NASA wants to send us into space.
40 years in the making.
Shoot this baby to the moon.
Space Cowboys. Tonight, after the NBA on TNT. We know drama.
The new season is here. Choose your weapons with MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. American or National League. High heat or frozen rope. Gold glove or... With up to 35 out-of-market games a week throughout the regular season. You choose the matchups, the players, the games you want to watch. From A-Rod to Zito, we've got Major League Baseball covered. MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Order now and get the regular season for only $159. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS.
When it comes to secret agents, only one number counts.
You mean like 007?
Yeah, except only I'm gonna be 009 and a half. That's a little innuendo.
1, 2, 3. Columbia Pictures presents.
Let's do this then.
2 weapons of mass destruction.
That's not what they were going to be doing on the mission.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I Spy.
See if she's got a sister. If she got a sister, it's just gonna be the 3 of us. What you say your name was?
Rated PG-13.
Milwaukee Bucks by 13, still early here in the fourth. Time for our first installment of Thunder Dan's forecast as we look ahead out west.
That's what I'm talking about, a little Thunder Dan's forecast. My forecast goes to Sean Marion. I predicted he's going to play well here in Game 4 against San Antonio. He needs to. He's played great all year long for the Phoenix Suns. Was an all-star this year. He gets to the basket. He finishes better than anybody in the league. Sean's got to play well. He had a great regular season. All his numbers are down in the playoffs. He's got to play like the Matrix. But the Suns hope to get back in that series.
Game 4 tomorrow from Phoenix on TNT. Notice it's just it's a cloudy,
I haven't been Thunder for so long. I'm more like partly cloudy to drizzle.
Ball kept alive and Mason comes away with it. Anthony Mason with his best game of the series. And Jason Kidd gets off the bench. He'll come in at the next whistle. Bucks would be wise to use time on the clock. And Johnson called for a foul on the entry pass to Kukoc. Anthony Johnson picks up his first, Nets' first team foul, and Johnson will go to the bench as Kidd comes back.
Jason's got to be more aggressive here in this fourth quarter. Go out and look upon himself to get in there and start scoring and catapult his team and try to get him back into the game here.
Again, give a lot of the credit to the defensive Gary Payton, one of the all-time defenders at the point guard position. Shot clock down to 5. Kukoc trying to take Rodgers off the dribble. Boy, Rodgers playing great.
Great defensive job there by Rodney. And here's where Jason's got to go and just push it and make something happen.
Lucius Harris for 3. And Desmond Mason the rebound. Desmond Mason has had a nice all-around game. That's his 6th rebound. That's what he's averaging in this series. Rodgers chops it away, but it hit the sideline. And the Bucks will get it back.
The key to this whole game, and I've said it before, is that the Bucks have done a great job of limiting New Jersey to one shot. They haven't been able to get offensive rebounds, and they've limited their fast break points games. And if they can do that, they're going to win the game.
Payton. Kidd was looking and barrels in to Jason Collins. And a blocking foul call on Jason Collins. No, they call it on Kidd, excuse me. I was going to say, it appeared that Collins had good position, but Kidd commits the foul, his 4th. Let's take a look. That would have been a charge, but Kidd hit him on the arm going up. Kidd talking with Steve Javi about the call right now.
Clay scratching his head. I don't think I fouled him, Steve. Steve's like, yeah, I think you did.
It was not initially. As after he got him back, went up for the shot. It looked like the call was there from behind. And those two talking about it. 15-point Milwaukee lead. Still plenty of time in this one. But the Bucks having a terrific second half. Harris almost traveled, but he got fouled. Cassell hit him first, and Sam Cassell picks up his fourth. 2 team fouls on Milwaukee. Bucks during the regular season, one of the better shooting teams in the fourth quarter. They shot 46% from the field in the fourth quarter. That's a big number because normally the defense tightens up in the fourth.
Well, they got good shooters, and they're doing a good job from the three-point line today. They're 7 for 16 for 43, almost 44%.
Collins can't put it in, but he draws the foul. And Jason Collins will shoot a couple. Tony Kukoc, his third. Kukoc, another strong game. Played so well in game 2. Having another big game here. Collins, who they call twin, will go to the line. Of course, his brother Jaron playing for Utah. Second year out of Stanford. The guy who his impact is never stat related. He hits the first. Maybe will be as his career goes on. But type of guy, he knows the offense. He sets screens very well. Boxes out, gets his rebounds.
Well, he's playing well. He must be because Mutombo's over on the bench. He hasn't seen any action tonight and has played limited minutes in the whole series. So Collins must be in there doing something right.
Byron Scott had a talk with the team before Game 3 on Wednesday here in Milwaukee, and he told him he didn't want to hear anybody complain about minutes. Mutombo, of course, did that earlier in the series. And Mutombo cheering on his teammates here in Game 4. It's a tough matchup for Rogers, and Kukoc called for another travel. Second time in the game that's happened. Again, what happens is he's lifting his pivot foot before he puts the ball on the floor. It's only the 7th turnover by Milwaukee. Rogers, good force from Rodney Rogers.
Rodney's he's just too big down there for Desmond Mason to try to stop. He's got too much bulk, and they're going to have to decide if they want to come double if they continue to exploit that mismatch.
Nets within 11, still 6.5 to play. Cassell hits a 3. Big basket from Sam Cassell. And the lead back up to 14.
That's one of those shots where George Karl's over like, no, good shot, Sam.
The best three-point shooting team in the NBA percentage-wise is getting it done from downtown here in Game 4. Martin and 1. Mason hit him on the arm. And Kenyon Martin with a chance for a three-point play. Martin for the 4th straight game, 20 points plus.
And this is the one thing Mason hasn't been doing all day. Instead of just putting his hands straight up and letting Martin take a tough shot, he brought his hands down, fouled him, and Martin's been so strong he's been able to go up there and complete the play.
How about a guy the size of Mason hacks him on the arm like that, across both arms, and he still gets the shot off?
Yeah, that's just pure strength.
Kenyon Martin, his emergence as a big-time player continues. 22 points for Martin. He also has 5 assists. 11-point game as we approach the midway point of the 4th. Cassell with a quick 3. Not a good shot. Kidd tips it perfectly to Kenyon Martin. Jason Kidd inside. Poor transition defense that time by Milwaukee.
Good patience by New Jersey. Rodney could have took that shot. He waited, got it to Kidd. Kidd had penetrated and laid up for an easy basket.
And that's Kidd's first field goal of the second half. And it pulls the Nets within 9. Still plenty of time remaining. Jason Kidd and the Nets have been down by as many as 15, but going a 9-3 run. And are back within 9, 5.5 to play.
More drama, more attitude, more lethal than ever.
I give my right arm for a siren right now.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon 4. Friday night at 8, part of the Diet Coke Movie Fest on TNT.
NBA TV presents the NBA playoffs in high definition. Experience NBA basketball like never before. It's so real you can touch it. Now, NBA TV comes to you in state-of-the-art high definition. You'll have to see it to believe it. Watch the world's greatest athletes, larger than life. The NBA playoffs in high definition, only on NBA TV. It's fantastic.
Change the way you move through the world. The V6 Nissan Altima.
Ooh, you're a naughty little boy, aren't you? Keep it up, and I'm gonna give you a spanking. I'll teach you the meaning of respect. You're not getting any of my Bud Light, do you hear me? No kisses for you. Not till you learn to obey me. Now, get down on all fours.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Nets within 9, 5.5 to play in the fourth. Time for tonight's Bud Light around the league. Several things happening in the playoffs. Of course, coming up later, Game 3 in New Orleans. Is there buzz left in the Hornets? Mashburn out, but Davis will play. They need that game in Game 3. Meanwhile, Dallas winning a big Game 3 in Portland last night. Game 4 tomorrow on TNT, and Tracy McGrady hitting some help, and the Magic with a chance perhaps to upset the #1 seed in the East, the Pistons. Shot clock down to 7. Payton double team, Jimmy Cassell, and he coughs it up.
Jody did a good job of forcing him baseline, trapping him with somebody like Mason setting the screen. He's not a threat to step back and hit the jump shot, so they didn't have to worry about that option.
Kid looks up at the shot clock. Nice feed to Martin. And all of a sudden, it's a 7-point game. And something wrong with the clock, so Dick Bavetta blows the whistle and checks with that. Nets now on an 11-3 run.
Just a blown assignment. Martin just got behind somebody, cut to the basket, and was wide open. And Kidd, being the great passer he was, just put it on the money.
8 assists for Kidd as Dick Bavetta checks with the clock. Kenyon Martin now at 24 points. You know, we keep saying, and Mason has done a good job, but like you pointed out earlier, that shows you how far Kenyon Martin has come. You're saying he's doing a pretty good job on him. He has 24 points.
He's doing a great job on him, but he's such a talented player. He's going to get baskets like that. And like I said, it helps him to play with somebody like Jason Kidd. He's going to find you for those kind of easy baskets.
But I'm sure there were some nights where you felt you defended a guy beautifully, but if a guy just hitting shots, there's nothing you can do as well as you play him.
Yeah, I'd guard Jordan better than anybody, and he'd give me 55 every night.
Cassell. Shot clock again, winding down. Kukoc for 3. And Anthony Mason, the offensive rebound. A long carom on a 3-point attempt. Payton wisely says, let's slow it down.
Jordy's doing a good job of making the Bucks take long outside shots with their hands in their face. They're not getting any easy baskets. They're not doing a good job of stopping from getting second opportunities.
Again, the long rebounds on missed 3-pointers. Rebounding has been huge in this game. The Bucks have done an excellent job, a +5 in that department. Kukoc, John Collins lost it, but able to get it back. And a 3-second violation, offensive 3-second violation called against Milwaukee. So they turn it over again. The Bucks all of a sudden with 3 turnovers here in the fourth quarter. Only 9 for the game. And the Nets with a chance to inch closer. Four minutes remaining. Certainly not a must-win situation for Milwaukee, because the only thing they must win is an elimination game, but this is a critical one. They need this one to tie the series. Mason with a hack on Martin. And Martin will go to the line for more free throws as Mason picks up his second.
To me, that's just a bad foul. He's done such a good job of staying in front of him and making him take tough shots. This is what Kenyon Martin wants to do. He wants to use his physicalness, get down there, cause a foul, and get to the free throw line. He's shooting free throws great. Mason's got to stay there and make him take a tough shot with a hand in his face.
Martin has been to the line 28 times in this series already. This will be number 29 and 30. Misses that one. Free throws crucial down the stretch. He's shooting 84% from the line in the series, way above his season average of 65%. You see both teams have done a good job at the line. But now it's crunch time. A little different feeling when you stand 15 feet away. But another rebound off a missed free throw from New Jersey. And then another reach-in foul. The Bucks in the penalty. And Richard Jefferson will go there.
I got a pretty good feeling George Karl's going to develop a drill tomorrow in practice about getting rebounds from the free throw line.
That's the third one in this game. Of course, the biggest play of the game from Game 3 was Rodney Rogers getting the tip that actually Mason tipped to him. And Jefferson knocks it down. 23 points for Richard Jefferson. A big game for Richard Jefferson, who's been quiet offensively in the series, but misses another free throw. 6-point game, just over 3.5 to play. Bucks trying to tie the series at 2 apiece. Nets looking to take a commanding 3-1 lead.
They got the switch on Jason Kidd on Kukoc. They're going to try to exploit that. Come over for the double team.
Dangerous pass. 4 on the shot clock. Cassell with Martin on it. Payton has to put up the 3. And Harris the rebound. Nets with an excellent defensive sequence that time. Jefferson looking to post up Payton. He's got several inches, but Payton is strong down there. Kidd with Anthony Mason on him. That's a 3. Way off the mark. Jefferson, offensive rebound and put back, and it's a 4-point game. Richard Jefferson, a huge game. 25 points. Crowd very anxious here at the Bradley Center. Payton, wild, won't go. Harris the rebound. That's a wild shot for Payton. Martin running the floor, foul, and one. Kenyon Martin with a chance for a 3-point play as the Nets are pulled within 2. A 12-0 run by New Jersey.
That's what you see. There's not too many young players who can run the floor as fast as he does. He's able to get down the court, another great pass, goes up strong, takes the blow, finishes it, and goes to the line.
And counting. The 210 horsepower supercharged Nissan Xterra.
The new season is here. Choose your weapons with MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV, American or National League, High Heat or Frozen Rope, Gold Glove or... With up to 35 out-of-market games a week throughout the regular season, you choose the matchups, the players, the games you want to watch. From A-Rod to Zito, we've got Major League Baseball covered. MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Order now and get the regular season for only $159. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS.
When it comes to secret agent, Pictures presents.
Let's do this then.
2 weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I Spy.
See if she's got a sister. If she got a sister, it's just gonna be the 3 of us. What you say your name was?
Rated PG-13. playoff basketball, it's different than the regular season.
Over 40 games in 40 nights. TNT, exclusive home of the NBA Western Conference Finals. Win or go home. The drama of the NBA playoffs continues on TNT.
TNT.
EJ in Atlanta with 55 points in the opener and 29 points in Game 2. Allen Iverson is the leading scorer in the playoffs, averaging 42. In about 15 minutes, the Sixers, leading 2-0, will tip it off with the Hornets in New Orleans. We'll take you there after the Nets and the Bucks. Back to Bradley, guys.
Ernie, thank you. The Milwaukee Bucks, leading by as many as 15 points here in this fourth quarter, have seen it dwindle to 2, and Kenyon Martin with a chance to make it 1.
This is where New Jersey's at its best, getting out and running, and that's just pure strength there. He goes up, goes right through Cassell, fouled him hard, laid it in, has a chance to make a three-point play.
The difference in the fourth quarter has been the net defense. Martin misses a free throw, but then a foul call. It's going to go against Tim Thomas as they continue to have problems during free throws on the lane.
This is remarkable. I've never seen a team have so much struggles on the free throw line.
Unbelievable, and now 2 more free throws. Thomas picks up his 5th. Thomas and Jefferson caught. Jefferson goes down. Hard to tell on that angle if Jefferson was pushing first. Thomas certainly pushed him down.
Well, I think the problem is Thomas squared up and, turned his front right at him and kind of shoved his arms into him instead of just boxing him out. Kukoc and Thomas got to sit there and just pinch, and then Mason can handle the other guy, and the 2 guards come down and they help with the rebounds. I mean,
the Nets are missing some free throws here in this fourth quarter. Miss another one. Jefferson last year had a game where he could have wrapped it up in the first round of playoff against Indiana. Missed some critical free throws. Nets are 5 of 11 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Make it 6 for 12 now, and it's a 1-point game.
New Jersey's done a great job of not allowing the Bucks any clean looks at the basket. They've contested every shot. They've taken nothing but long jumpers. They've really picked up their defense here in the last couple of minutes.
13 straight points by the New Jersey Nets. Still over 2 minutes remaining. Mason looking to post up Collins. Mason barrels in, and they're going to call a foul on Collins before the shot. That one could have gone either way because Mason lowered the shoulder, but Collins picks up his 3rd.
Yeah, they got Collins on the first foul here. Mason's just going to use his strength to try to back him down. They felt like Collins was reaching in, and then Mason lowered the shoulder. They called it before that happened.
4th team foul, so they won't shoot. Shot clock at 14. The net defense has been superb here in the 4th. Kukoc gets up in the air again. Lucky someone's there. Payton going left, shooting right. Not a good shot. Collins a rebound. That's a very difficult shot to hit. Under 2 minutes to play. Jefferson falls down, manages to hold on, and a foul called on Kukoc. And Jefferson will shoot 2 with a chance to give New Jersey the lead.
That's a lucky break. Jefferson here wanted to call a timeout. He just tripped over his own feet. And right here he's going to look to call a timeout. Instead he gets the foul.
And they call Kukoc. You saw him grab over on the shoulder. Jefferson though misses another free throw. Jefferson in the fourth quarter from the free throw line is just 2 for 5. Bucks still lead by 1 with all that's happened. Tie game. Another close finish. The last 2 games have gone down to the final possession. And the Nets with a 14-0 run. We might see a 3rd straight game.
The Nets, I mean, the Bucks don't look like they know what they're doing. They've got guys running around. Now they're going to end up with just a one-on-one move where the Nets have played great defense.
Kukoc ball deflected out of bounds. Still Milwaukee ball, but 2 left on the 24. Or just great defense from the Nets here in the fourth quarter. George Karl is going to call time and set up a play. This possession far too important. And the Nets all pumped up. They have come back from 15 down in the fourth quarter to tie this game at 99. Bucks will have the ball when we return.
There we were planning our vacation online. That's when the pain started.
Digititis is a repetitive stress injury, just like carpal tunnel syndrome.
except different.
Basically, it feels like a fleshy fireball on the end of my hand.
We're seeing an explosion of this with all the double clicking that's going on. If we catch this early, we can help.
Searching for a great airfare online doesn't have to be a pain. Just go to southwest.com for our $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by May 1st.
You are now free to move about the country.
There's only 2 ugly people in the world, and your mama's both of them.
You know, your mama's so fat, she stepped on the dollar and made change.
I heard your mama's so ugly, she robbed the bank with no gun, just stuck her head over the counter and say, put that money in that bag. Stick 'em up. Stick 'em up.
Timing was a little off.
Oh, timing was a little off.
Timing is way off. You're not funny.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
The Milwaukee Bucks haven't scored a point in over 5 minutes. New Jersey Nets in a 14-0 run. George Karl has seen a 15-point fourth-quarter lead disappear. It's a tie game. Bucks, though, will inbound. However, only 2 left on the 24.
Yeah, they put themselves in a bad situation. Not only have they scored, they haven't had a good shot in that long time, too. It just looks like they're kind of out of sorts. Nobody knows what they're doing, and New Jersey's just pressuring them, not letting them get any good looks.
Cassell has to put it up quick. Kukoc, offensive rebound, and he's fouled on a putback. Richard Jefferson hit him on the arm. Tony Kukoc with a huge offensive rebound, and he will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Good job by Kukoc, just being in the right place at the right time. He gets to get 2 free throws.
Not close. Kukoc 5 of 9 from the line in the series. Neither team so good from the line through the first 3 quarters, both struggling in the fourth. And Kukoc puts the Bucks back up by 1 with 1:23 remaining. The crowd again on its feet chanting defense for the Milwaukee Bucks. Collins inside, blocked with a foul. And Tim Thomas is fouled out.
Just a very simple play, a high pick and roll with Jason Kidd and Collins. The 2 people converge on Kidd. Collins rolls the basket. Jason hits him with the perfect pass.
Thomas fouls out with 20 points and 6 rebounds. Desmond Mason will come in. And now Jason Collins, who is 4 for 4 from the line, will shoot. Collins in the series is 9 for 10. See Mason come in. And Collins, a pretty good free throw shooter during the regular season as well at 76%. But the Nets have missed half their free throws here in the fourth quarter, 7 of 14. Huge free throws right here. Crowd trying to distract him. Not even close again.
This is some atrocious free throw shooting here in the fourth quarter.
It's always the last thing you talk about in terms of keys to the game that so often makes the difference between advancing and being eliminated. Boy, 2 bricks from Collins. And the Bucks still lead by 1 as we come up on a minute remaining. It's amazing the different feeling you have in the fourth quarter at the line of a playoff game. Payton. Oh, excellent defense from Kidd. 5 on the shot clock. This time Payton will put it up. And out. And the rebound goes to Martin. That one was halfway down. Here comes Harris. Cassell shuts him off nicely. Both teams in the penalty. They try the pick and roll with Martin. Jefferson on the drive. Tough shot. And a foul. Richard Jefferson will shoot 2 as Mason picks up his 5th.
I think that was a good call. Mason didn't have his hand straight up. He kind of had him out and hit Jefferson in the face. He did a good job of penetration. Mason extends the left hand, hits him in the face. Good call by the referee.
You keep the hand straight up, you're not going to get a foul, but you, as you say, you extend it. Jefferson has really struggled from the line in the fourth, but nails that one, and it's tied again. The Bucks haven't scored in over 6 minutes, except for 1 free throw. Badly misses that one, and now they'll call timeout. Unbelievable how poor the free throw shooting is here in the fourth. And George Karl calls timeout. 27.5 remaining, tie game. Bucks with the ball when we come back.
freedom. You have the right to spy, steal, destroy, and terminate to ensure that American freedoms are protected. If captured, your government will disavow any knowledge of your existence. You are no longer Sam Fisher, agent of the U.S. government. You are a Splinter Cell.
Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. Now redefined to push your PlayStation 2 to the limits with exclusive new levels and features.
When your first name is Armor, you know there's some serious protection going on. Armor All Protectant. It doesn't just clean and shine, it protects.
The Transporter on DVD. Now with 15 minutes of unrated extended fight scenes. The Transporter. Buy it today.
We will be taking you to New Orleans soon. They're going to tip in about 6 minutes as the New Orleans Hornets with Baron Davis, who sat out Game 2, coming back for Game 3, trying to crack into the win column against the Sixers, who lead the series 2-0. Back to Mike Green.
Ernie, the Milwaukee Bucks have missed their last 8 shots from the field. They've seen a 15-point lead go away. The only thing that's kept them with a chance to win it is the horrible free throw shooting from New Jersey. Now, the Nets during the regular season, kind of a middle-of-the-road free throw shooting team, but they're 8 of 18 here in the fourth quarter, and Byron Scott now will watch the Bucks take it out of bounds. Milwaukee still has a 20-second timeout remaining. Again, both teams in a penalty.
And they got a real small lineup in there. They got Michael Redd, Sam Cassell, Desmond Mason, Gary Payton, and Tony Kukoc. All good shooters, guys who can penetrate and get to the basket.
Now there's almost a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. So even if the Bucks hit a shot as the shot clock expires, the Nets can call timeout and still have plenty of time to get off a decent shot. It has been an offensive struggle for Milwaukee in the fourth. The big reason has been just superb defense from the New Jersey Nets. They're going to wind it down and give the Nets as few seconds as possible. Payton tied up. 4 on the shot clock. Kukoc looks up. Fall away from Kukoc is up. Won't go. Harris the rebound. Timeout Nets. Kenyon Martin defended him beautifully. And once again, the Bucks don't get a quality shot.
Another great job by New Jersey on defending the pick and roll. Had to throw up a bad shot. Got the defensive rebound. Now they get a chance to win the game.
Why do I work so hard? So I can play even harder. What's my thirst? Staying on top. What's yours? I love my job.
Witness a dream.
NASA wants to send us into space.
40 years in the making.
Shoot this baby to the moon.
Space Cowboys. Tonight, after the NBA on TNT. We know drama.
The NBA playoffs on TNT. Brought to you by Sprite. Obey your thirst. Friday, try one of our delicious menu items tonight. Eat what you love where you eat at Friday. Armor All. It doesn't just clean and shine, it protects. And Jordan. What do you love?
For the third straight game in this series, it's going to come down to the final possession because Kenyon Martin's defense here was excellent.
Great defense. Makes him take a tough fall away with a hand in his face. Doesn't come close. They secure the rebound, call a timeout. Now they got a chance to win the game.
They put 3/10 more on. There's 3.2 remaining. Plenty of time for a catch, dribble, or pass and shoot. New Jersey still has a 20-second timeout remaining, so if they have trouble getting in, they can call time. Both teams in a penalty. Jason Kidd fakes. Kidd at the buzzer. Won't go. And we're going to overtime.
Great defense by Gary Payton. He got a hand in his face. Didn't let him blow by him. Made him take a tough shot.
There was some contact on that final play. Payton was very close to him.
Payton kind of gets beat there, recovers. Could have hit him on the wrist, but that's too close of a call to call that at this type of game.
And we'll go to overtime. Put 5 minutes on the clock. Game 4 for Milwaukee, even at 100.
TNT, the exclusive home of the 2003 Western Conference Finals.
Why do I work so hard? So I can play even harder. What's my thirst? Staying on top. What's yours? I love my job.
Chrysler designs are some of the most innovative on the road. Now for 2003, get values to match on Chrysler's Road to Value. Get a generous $3,000 cash allowance or 0% financing for 60 months on America's favorite convertible, the 2003 Chrysler Sebring, with comfortable seating for 4. Plus, get our 770 powertrain limited warranty. Great products, great warranty, great deals. All add up to the best values in America. See your Chrysler dealer or visit Chrysler.com.
Another one that goes right down to the wire between the Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks as we get ready for overtime here in Game 4. The Milwaukee Bucks led by 15 points with 7.5 minutes to go. Then went scoreless for over 5 minutes and only scored 1 point in the last 6.5 minutes of regulation. Meanwhile, the New Jersey Nets, despite missing 10 of 18 free throws, that's missing 10 of 18 free throws in the fourth quarter, they somehow hold on and force the OT. Their defense in the fourth quarter was just superb. In overtime during the season, the Nets were 1-2, the Bucks 4-4, but of course there's a lot of different personnel with Milwaukee now. As Kukoc, Cassell, Mason, Payton, and actually both Masons out there for Milwaukee. Collins, Martin, Kidd, Jefferson, and Lucius Harris on the floor for New Jersey.
Bucks got to find a way to get a basket. I don't care how they do it. Just got to do something to get a good shot.
They didn't score a field goal in the last 6.5 minutes of the period. Kukoc, and a late whistle, but a foul. As it was a hand on the hip, and Kukoc will shoot 2. But again, not a quality shot, and the net defense the main reason for that.
They're just doing a good job of scrambling and recovering. I mean, they're playing the pick and roll perfect. Other guys are helping out and getting back to the men, and the Bucks can't find anybody open.
And can someone start hitting some free throws as Kukoc knocks that one down? The Nets outscored the Bucks 25-13 overall in that fourth quarter. And Kukoc gets the bounce. Milwaukee scores the first points of the overtime. Jason Kidd, pick and roll with Martin, executed perfectly.
That's such a tough play to stop because Jason Kidd gets the pick and roll and Martin so close to the basket. He comes off, Martin just rolls to the basket, and he finishes so strong there, it's hard to stop.
28 points for Kenyon Martin. And Jason Kidd with his 10th assist. And an offensive foul call against Milwaukee, Tony Kukoc. And Kukoc now has 5 personals.
If I was New Jersey, I'd go right back to that same play with Kidd and Martin. There it is.
They isolate those two on that side of the floor. Kidd, tough shot, won't go. Fight for the rebound. Jason Collins knocked away by Cassell. Cassell trying to call time, and they call a jump ball. Nets with a huge advantage between Collins and Cassell. Good hustle from both teams. Cassell, looked like he got hit. So they'll jump at the Nets free throw line circle. 4:13 left in overtime.
Cassell looks like he's been hit a few times. Oh, Terrace jumping in, not Collins.
So Bucks get a break there. That looked like it was Collins that had his hands on it. And they're going to jump it again. Have to wait till it reaches its highest point. And neither guy got a handle on it. Almost have to do it again. Yeah, they're going to do it again. Steve Javi talking with Dick Pavetta. And let's see, they might do it again. They might just give the ball to the Bucks, who secured possession afterwards. See, this is what officials' teamwork's supposed to be. That's why you got 3 guys out there to discuss the situation, see who had the better look, whether or not it was the proper toss. And they'll discuss it here. 2 veteran guys who've been through a lot of games. Let's throw it to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. I just want to let everybody know that they have begun in New Orleans. The Philadelphia 76ers and the New Orleans Hornets. P.J. Brown's free throw has given the Hornets the early 3-2 lead, and we will be taking you to New Orleans for Game 2 of our doubleheader as soon as they are finished in Milwaukee at the Bradley Center. Let's go back to you, Mike.
Ernie, thank you. So they'll toss it up for a 3rd time. A big jump ball, this time knocked loose, and the Bucks do secure it. 102, overtime in Milwaukee. Cassell, Kukoc for 3.
Great pass by Sam Cassell. That time New Jersey pushed the screen baseline. He went down. Kukoc's man went foul, and he made a good kick back and hit a tough three-point shot. Great shot by Kukoc and a fine pass by Sam Cassell.
That's their first field goal in over 7.5 minutes. And it gives them a 3-point lead. And a foul on the entry pass. Anthony Mason called for the personal. That's his 3rd.
He drives all the way to the baseline. Martin's got to go down to help. Throws it back to Kukoc. Hits a tough 3 with the hand in his face. Big shot.
Hey, Martin came out and did a good job contesting it, but Kukoc at 6'11". Tony Kukoc with 20 points in the game. Harris, nice crossover move, and a lefty layup from Lucius Harris, who's got 13.
Did a great job of splitting the double team there off the pick. Crossed it over and got all the way to the basket for an easy 2.
Harris, big play off the bench. With 2 big shots in the 4th quarter. Payton looking to post up his buddy. Mason cutting to the basket, flips it up, flips it in.
Good play. They post up Payton. They set a double screen for Mason on the other side. Instead of popping up, he runs a curl around and gets the bucket.
Desmond Mason has 12. Bucks by 3. Just under 3 to play in OT. Jefferson. Harris for 3. Knocks it down. Lucius Harris again ties the game. Big performance from Harris. Harris has hurt this team. He had 17 points in game 1. Mason the runner. Tough shot and gets the roll. Aggressive move from Desmond Mason.
Good aggressive move there. He shows the ball fake and then drives right by him and makes a pretty layup.
Guys making shots here in OT, and now a foul call on Gary Payton, who picks up his 3rd personal. In the overtime, you shoot on the 4th team foul. That's the first for the Bucks. Each team is granted 3 extra timeouts, and you shoot on the 4th team foul. And Byron Scott will use one of his 3 full timeouts. 2:19 remaining. Overtime in Milwaukee. Bucks by 2. Nets with the ball.
Woman and man together to find out which one is smarter. Some say men, but I say no. The women play their men like a puppet show.
Cold filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. MGD.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Good.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless has the largest, most reliable nationwide network.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good.
You can count on us to do what it takes to make sure your voice is heard. It's good to be heard.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. Story in New Orleans, 10-8. Philadelphia with the lead. Allen Iverson has 1 basket so far. Baron Davis starting for the Hornets has hit a 3-pointer. The Hornets trailing 10-8 as you see there. We'll take you there as soon as they're done in Milwaukee. Mike?
Ernie, the Bucks, of course, devastating loss in Game 3. They bounced back and played a strong game here in Game 4 up until the final 7.5 minutes of regulation, where Byron Scott's team overcame a 15-point fourth-quarter deficit. Bucks trying to bounce back again. Harris, nice move, drives to the hole, and a foul on Desmond Mason. And Desmond Mason has fouled out. So Thomas is out. Mason is now out.
What a good play by Lucius Harris. A set play to come off and shoot the three. Showed the ball. Kukoc got in the air, took it to the basket, and got fouled.
Lucius Harris playing huge. 10-year veteran. Was a big player off the bench in their drive to the NBA Finals last year. And Michael Redd, who's been sitting for quite some time, will now come into the game. Won't hit every point of the rim, but Harris has it go through. Lucius Harris now with 17 points. Mason played a solid game. Also had 8 rebounds. Harris short on that one, and Mason the rebound. 1 point Milwaukee lead as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in overtime. These two teams love dramatic finishes. Kukoc for 3. Let's go! Tony Kukoc from downtown. Bucks by 4.
What a tough shot. He just got enough space off a back screen. Went out back screen. Cassell's man. His man had to help just for a split second. Gave him enough time to shoot the 3.
23 for Kukoc. Collins deep. Ball deflected. Harris another 3. Won't go. Collins on a putback. 1:36 remaining, and the lead is 2. Tony Kukoc has 8 points in the overtime. Payton will set up the offense. What a roller coaster ride. Payton has Kukoc get in his way. Michael Redd a 3. Bang! Michael Redd nails it from downtown.
Big shot for the guy who struggled all series. He said he had to come out and play well. It's probably the biggest shot of his young career in the playoffs. Great shot by Michael Redd.
Bucks 5 for 5 from the field in overtime. They lead by 5.
Log on now for Southwest Airlines $39 to $99 internet specials. Purchased by May 1st. Only at Southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
When love is all we need, all we need is don't you find that ironical? When love is all we need, oh yeah,
Back at you from our studio in Atlanta and keeping you abreast of what's going on at the New Orleans Arena. All tied up, 14 apiece. The Hornets and the Sixers playing Game 3. We'll take you there after Milwaukee, Mike.
Well, Ernie, the Milwaukee Bucks missed their last 9 shots of regulation, but they've come out in overtime and 5 for 5, now lead by 5. Nets will have the ball still, though, plenty of time, Dan Marley.
Plenty of time. They've hit a lot of big shots from the 3, but the Nets have a lot of time. They want to come down, give it to Kidd, let him penetrate, try to make a quick 2, and then play good, strong, solid defense.
Jefferson, Harris, Kidd, Collins, and Martin. Martin posting up Anthony Mason. Mason stays in front of him. But a whistle and a foul. And Martin will shoot 2 free throws as Mason picks up his 4th. Martin is just so strong down low.
He does a great job of drawing the contact. Sometimes he even goes into the guy and makes it look like he's getting fouled, but he's done it this whole series. Mason actually played pretty good defense there, but he went in, drew the contact, and got foul called. Now he's at the line.
This will be his 13th and 14th free throw of the game. And he now has 29 points. Mason obviously doesn't agree with the call, but it's been a small percentage of calls he's agreed with throughout his career. A very small percentage. Oh, the Bradley Center very much alive. Trying to help their team tie the series at 2. And Martin, good concentration. 3-point lead, 106 left. Full court pressure. Again, only 8 seconds to get it across. They just get it across. And Payton takes it. The ball has to cross. That's all. The ball has to cross to half court, Martin, 8 seconds. Doesn't have to be caught on the front corner. Payton leans in, left-handed, won't go. Ball batted away by Mason. Anthony Mason with a big play. And they get a new 24.
They still got time. All they got to do is get another stop. They don't have to foul. Richard Jefferson was running away from the ball there instead of coming back for the defensive rebound. That's the reason the Bucks got the ball.
Anthony Mason has made some big plays. 5 on the shot clock. Kukoc against Kidd. Kidd with the rebound and calls timeout with 19.4 remaining. And the Nets trailing by 3. We'll take another break. Nets will get the ball in their front court, down 3.
Are you a real fan? Want to go to the playoffs? Who's going to win it all?
Here, baseline drop.
Looking for some playoff gear? Having fun yet? Need a score? Want the inside scoop? Then log on to NBA.com and be a part of the 2003 NBA playoffs. For polls and chats, log on to NBA.com or America Online keyword NBA.com.
NBA.com, right?
Experience the NBA online. NBA.com.
Log on to SI.com for the latest NBA news, scores, and more from Sports Illustrated.
The NBA playoffs on TNT. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. More than 2,700 nonstop daily flights to 59 destinations all across the country. Chrysler, cars to fall in love with. Verizon Wireless. Sign up for America's Choice Family Share Plan. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you. And MGD. Cold filter what you don't need. Heat what's good.
19.4 seconds remain. Overtime at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. Nets leading the series 2-1, but trailing game 4 by 3. Now they have timeouts remaining, so they don't necessarily have to go for the three-pointer.
No, I think what they should do is go for a quick 2, but the unfortunate thing is they have a foul to give. So if they get the bucket and the Bucks get in, they don't get a steal, they got a foul, then they'll take it out again, then they're going to go for a steal, then foul again. So I'd go for the quick 2, then get 2 quick fouls. As bad as the free throw shooting has been in this series, you never know what's going to happen.
Plus, they still have a timeout remaining. There you see the three-point shooting of those on the floor. Kittle's back in the game. Shot clock is turned off. They're looking for the 3. Martin fires a 3. Won't go. Kukoc the rebound. And nearly travels, but he got fouled before. Byron Scott felt he traveled, but it looked like there was contact. Again, there's a foul to give, so the Bucks will take the ball out of bounds with 7.3 remaining.
See, I don't like that decision. I think they should have went for the quick 2. They got a bad 3. Kukoc gets the rebound. Jumps up's got nowhere to go. He's lucky he didn't get a traveling there.
It looked like he got fouled before. Now Cassell is fouled by Harris. It's really hard to tell on that angle, but it appeared that he was fouled before he came back down to the floor, which would have been the travel. So Sam Cassell will go to the line for the first time in this game. Let's see another angle on that play. Yeah, it appears he got fouled before. I think that's the right call. Blaine Reichelt was right there. Cassell will now shoot 2. And that will most likely do it. Although we've seen a lot of strange things in this game.
Come down and get a quick 2 or a quick 3 and then foul again.
The key for New Jersey is that they still have a 20-second timeout. 2 clutch free throws, but they're going to use it now. With 6.6 remaining, Nets now out of timeouts and down by 5. Sam Cassell, 2 clutch free throws. And the Milwaukee Bucks on the verge of tying this series at 2 games apiece. What a roller coaster ride this game has been.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Martin, instead of stepping back and taking that 3, take it all the way to the basket, make a tough 2, and then do exactly what they did, foul, and now they could have came back and shot the 3. But the Bucks have done a great job. They hadn't scored for over 5 minutes. They come out in overtime, hit some big 3s with hands in their face. It looks like they're going to be able to close this game out.
6.6 remaining. Again, the key is they're out of timeouts, so even if they go down the other end, they can't advance the ball on a timeout. They've got to go the length of the floor.
Next, got to get it in, shoot a quick 3, hopefully make it, and foul quickly.
Crowd on its feet. Harris. That's a 2 from Harris. He banks it in with 3.8 remaining. And now the Bucks will call timeout with 3.8 left. A 20-second timeout call by George Karl.
Now Milwaukee, all they have to do is get the ball in. They know they're going to get fouled, and then just make a free throw. The game's over. Which hasn't been that easy to do.
Now, if they miss, say, the 2 free throws, first thing they have to do is get the ball in bounds. And a key for Milwaukee now, they have 2 timeouts remaining, so if they have trouble getting it in, they can call timeout. But even if they get the ball in bounds and miss the 2 free throws, the Nets have to go the length of the floor. They're out of timeouts, but it's certainly a possibility. So it's not over yet. They've got to foul immediately.
Obviously, the most important thing is to get this ball in bounds without New Jersey getting a steal.
And they advance the ball with the timeout. Mason will inbound with Red, Cassell, Kukoc, and Payton out there for the Bucks. New Jersey will try and deny the entry. Cassell gets free, and he's immediately fouled by Martin. 2.9 remaining. And as you mentioned, Dan, all Cassell has to do is hit one of these, the game's over. But if he misses both, the Nets have a chance to throw it the length of the floor and try in desperation 3.
And that's a lonely job that Mason had right there, because you only can get blamed. I mean, if you make a pass, everybody says, oh, you're supposed to do that. But if you make a bad one, then you can get the blame. So good job by Mason to wait till Cassell broke open and got him the ball.
First free throw is good, and that's it. The Bucks are going to emerge victorious in overtime and tie this series at 2 games apiece. A terrific bounce-back win from the Bucks. Sam Cassell clutch free throws, and they're going to start celebrating here at the Bradley Center. Series is tied at 2 apiece.
Good job by Kukoc coming off the bench and playing well.
A huge game for Milwaukee. Once again, our final score in overtime. The Bucks 119, the Nets 114. The best of 7 series tied at 2 apiece. So for Dan Marley, D. Lynham, producer Jay Hoover, director Howie Singer, and our entire crew, this is Mike Breen. So long from Milwaukee. We'll send you to New Orleans for Game 3 after this break.
Thank you.